welcome to the Hannahcast, everybody. My name is Chris and Hannah, and right here,
I'm Raphael.
Yes.
Nice to meet all of you again.
Yeah,
Or if this is your first time here, good to meet you.
exactly. Sorry we haven't been on for a couple weeks. He had to go to North Dakota.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Driving back from there, not as cool at all, actually. But
Did you come here in like a big truck? Or what?
big 12. I think it's called like a 12-footer. It's not as big as like a semi truck.
Is it like a U-Haul truck?
Yeah, it's like one of those. It's like the GMC Savannah van truck conversion thing. It's it kind of sucked, right? Because like, well, not too bad honestly, because the only
It's
good?
fine. Yeah.
have some water.
I don't have my water's all the way over there. That's not full.
Well, anyways, the kind of not cool thing about it is that the fastest you can possibly go into is 75 miles per hour. They have some kind of like limiter on it. After you get past 75, your accelerator actually stops working. Even if you like smash on it. But even then, like, it wasn't that bad because North Dakota was the only state I was in where the speed limit on the freeway or highway or whatever was 75. Everywhere else it was like maximum 70. There's also like a bit of construction, so a few times it was like 55, 60. But it wasn't that fun, especially driving through Cincinnati. The roads there don't make sense. It's a bunch of loops and stuff. I hate it.
The furthest I've ever gotten from Huntington was South Carolina, and I was a toddler. Yeah,
I've been to Myrtle Beach a few times.
I haven't. I just haven't traveled that much in my life.
Do you like Forrest Gump and walk all the way to California?
Oh man, that's gonna take for. That's not gonna work.
No.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. But, but over the course of these past 2 weeks, we have a lot of topics and whatnot. But I will say, some of the stuff I've been doing over these last 2 weeks, like, for example, I finally finished the Harry Potter franchise.
Great.
Yeah.
What did you think about the last two movies?
Yeah, hold on, let me, like, I could probably even, rank them, if
Sure.
you want. Yeah. From worst to best, I was only on one Harry Potter film. Like, basically, at number 8, I have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I was just kind of on that film. Like, it felt more like there was some great, setup for the future films.
Right.
And there was definitely some, great things in there, too. Like, I thought, of course, Daniel Radcliffe was perfect to play Harry and whatnot. A lot of the other cast was great. Although I will say, Emma Watson, I feel like she was still, like, it was kind of clear she was still trying to learn about acting and whatnot, but she did definitely get better as the films went on. So that's a good thing.
Hagrid's probably my favorite Harry Potter character of all time.
Hagrid's so cool. Although, man, it's hard to tell what's my favorite Harry Potter character. Although, we'll get to a little bit of the Harry Potter characters here in a bit, because, But and plus some of the effects in that movie.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Yeah, they were, especially the troll.
Oh yeah.
That looked.
I remember that. Yeah,
that looked awful.
Even when I first saw that movie, like when I was young, I remember looking at that and going like, man, some of the games on my PlayStation 2 look better than that.
I don't know about PlayStation 2.
Looking at you, Metal Gear Solid 2.
I always say this about like when it comes to bad visual effects. It's usually like it would be a really good video game effect today, but it doesn't look good in a movie.
Yeah.
But again, there was some other upsides to the movie. I thought great costume design, production design. John Williams's Hagrid Hedwig's theme is just classic. It's a staple of the Wizarding World franchise. But overall, I felt it's Harry Potter, like the Sorcerer's Stone. I felt like kind of had the same problem that I think a lot of the not Harry Potter had the same problem that I feel like a lot of movies do, which is that it doesn't really have much of a plot. It just kind of just meanders and doesn't really go anywhere. Again, I feel like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was mainly there just to sort of set up this world, set up who these characters are and whatnot, and the French, and like I said, there's some really good build up and whatnot.
Yeah.
Number 7 would be the Chamber of Secrets. I thought Chamber of Secrets was significantly better than the first film. It still has a little bit of that, a Chris Columbus whimsy to it, but the effects got significantly better, especially with what's it called, the basilisk or whatever.
Oh yeah,
That looked
yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, the broomstick game, Quidditch, that actually looked really
Yeah,
good.
Quidditch is awesome. They have this actually really cool ride at Universal Studios in Orlando. That's pretty much just a Quidditch simulator.
Oh wow. And like I'm trying to think, like it also pushed the boundaries a little bit further in terms of Harry Potter. Not too much because it still felt like a little bit like Sorcerer's Stone, but I thought it was significantly better. I thought it was pretty good. In like what was it, number 6? Yeah, number 6 is the Half-Blood Prince, the one that came out in 2009.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Again, I really like this one, although I will say it still has, unlike Sorcerer's Stone, it still has a plot, but however, it does feel like the least amount happens in it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it does also have some really good moments in there too and whatnot. Although weirdly enough, the Half-Blood Prince is the Harry Potter movie with the largest budget.
Really?
Yeah, with $250 million. I could have sworn a lot. Maybe I could have sworn like some of the other later Harry Potter films would have been the highest budget, but it's the Half-Blood. I wonder what it was that made the Half-Blood Prince so expensive. Too. Although, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Half-Blood Prince was actually nominated for an Oscar for cinematography.
Oh.
Yeah. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think the only 2 Harry Potter films without an Oscar nomination were what was it? Order of the Phoenix and Chamber of Secrets. Those are the only ones without an Oscar nomination. But overall, I mean, especially with what happens in Half-Blood Prince, it was all that was done really well. So I really like that. At number 5 is the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
I will say the beginning of the Goblet of Fire kind of started off a bit rushed and whatnot. But once you get to Hogwarts, like things pick up significantly. You have a younger Robert Pattinson in there, and this is also the first time we get to see what Voldemort.
Yeah,
which his reveal is amazing because like you start off with like this completely CGI character and whatnot as he's forming, but then the camera passes through his arm and now it's actually Ralph Fiennes, but with some CGI augmentation on there. Although I will say, the way it's what. Like, Goblet of Fire came out in 2005. The way they did his nose was flawless. Like,
more so lack thereof.
Lack thereof nose and whatnot. Yeah. But, I thought Goblet of Fire was great. They had some great set pieces and whatnot. I always one thing I love about, I really think movies should try to do more is do more like creepy mermaid shit, because like Goblet of Fire and even Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, I thought had some really cool mermaids.
that swimming scene.
Yeah,
that was cool. I liked that. That scene was creepy when I was younger.
And I gotta say, Goblet of Fire was pretty dark.
You know what other movie has really good creepy mermaids?
What?
The Lighthouse.
I don't remember there being I know that there was like a whole thing about a mermaid, but
he goes into the water at one point, or at least it's some kind of dream or something, or I don't know.
My memory on the Lighthouse is fuzzy because they throw everything in the kitchen sink at you in that movie.
Monkey Pomp.
Yeah, I think it's actually on Prime. I think.
I love that movie.
It is insane.
It's one of we should rewatch that sometime.
Oh man, perhaps it didn't make my top 10 of 2019, but it was an honorable mention. And definitely had some amazing cinematography. And Willem Dafoe was insanely good. And up to this point, I think this might be Robert Pattinson's best performance.
Oh yeah, I agree. He did a fantastic job of getting gaslit by Willem Dafoe.
Or was he gaslit?
Who knows?
We're not gonna spoil it. We're not gonna spoil anything.
But yeah, dude, that movie's freaking fantastic.
Yeah. Number 4 is the Order of the Phoenix. The Order of the Phoenix, and this is where we get probably one of the worst villains, and not one of the worst villains in cinematic history. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of I want to punch this person in the face. Fucking Umbridge. Professor
yeah.
Umbridge is a bitch. Oh my god! Like again, when I say worse, she's written amazingly well and performed really well.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, she's so hateable.
Yep.
Like
That's a good thing.
yeah, exactly. Like everyone was telling me, "Oh man, wait till you see Professor Umbridge. She's awful. Like she is the worst." I'm like, "Okay, let's see." And yeah, she is. She broke Snape. She made Snape feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh my god, like that is just mean. Then I think number 3 is Harry Potter and this is a little bit of an underrated film for me, and at least within the Harry Potter universe. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 is my number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it had some really cool like character moments and interactions and whatnot. I thought the beginning was especially really fun with them, all those Harrys and whatnot.
Yeah.
And how they're just constantly, just insulting Harry, like, look away, I'm hideous. I'm just like, like, as she's turning into Harry, I'm just like, he's right there, you asshole. It's
Yep.
like, but yeah, and it was what I like how it was building up to the end and whatnot. Like, I don't know. I just kind of like that feeling. Then at number 2, we have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which it is a great finale to this entire thing. Like, I thought, just some great battles. There were some things that kind of felt like, a little bit of, into the like one of those end of franchise fan service things, like how I describe it. It's like, I mean, I don't think it's really I don't think this is really a spoiler, but like the whole thing about where Ron and what's her name? Hermione, yeah. While I do think it was like the way these movies went on, it did make sense to have them as a couple and whatnot, but I felt like when they kissed felt a little bit out of place. It should have been saved a little bit more towards the end. But overall, it was great, and I'm not going to spoil the ending, but the actual ending scene of that movie, I thought that was perfect. I don't think you could have ended this franchise any better, in my opinion. But then you get to my number 1 favorite Harry Potter film, and you've probably guessed what it is. The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yep, that one's super good.
Yeah. Oh my god. This, everyone, gives a lot of credit, and rightfully so, to Chris Columbus for starting the franchise, but I don't think people give enough credit to Alfonso Cuarón for taking the franchise where it would go from there on out, because...
Yeah, it's kind of like what Irving Kershner did with
Star Wars
5, yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's because, the first 2 movies were still kind of whimsical, like 90s whimsy and whatnot, even though they were in the 2000s. But Alfonso Cuarón said, I'm going to make, he made it feel a lot more realistic. Like, Harry stopped giving a shit about what bullies say about him and actually started being, lashing back at them, especially with this one balloon scene.
Oh, yeah.
Which, even then, the effects for that, I cannot believe how they did that and whatnot. But the cinematography was phenomenal. And weirdly enough, at the time, it was both the darkest Harry Potter movie, yet also the funniest. Because, there's some great... hilarious scenes like the night bus scene. I'm trying to think. There was also the probably my favorite scene in the movie, the ridiculous scene.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of fun. Which when I was watching the movie, there were some visual effects in that made me blew my mind, which were mainly when the camera goes into the mirror and the camera's still going, and the camera's and it just continues on as if it were still panning around the characters and whatnot. And by the end of that scene, when it does that mirror thing again, they actually reverse the footage. They actually put, not even reverse it, but it's Harry's symbol is now on the other side.
Yeah.
Just little details like that. I'm just it's so weird. Even though we're 3 movies into with this movie we're 3 movies into a franchise, and yet there's Alfonso Cuarón's fingerprints are all over it. He even does that thing where unlike in the previous 2 movies where whenever characters are talking, it's usually camera here and whatnot, camera here, sometimes a wide shot, and it kind of cuts like that. There are many shots where Alfonso Cuarón just keeps the camera going and follows the characters, and which in my opinion is would probably be how I would film a movie,
Yeah.
like, because it just saves time and whatnot, and just kind of makes it feel a little bit more organic when you actually see the characters bouncing off of each other and whatnot. Oh my! I forgot this other great line where like Ron's having nightmares about spiders, and then like Harry looks at him and just goes, "You tell those spiders, Ron," and then he just like, yeah, and like Ron just goes back to sleep. And I think. What was it? I think Prisoner of Azkaban was the first Harry Potter film to get an Oscar nomination for visual effects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it wouldn't happen, and it would not happen again until it wouldn't happen again or since until the Deathly Hallows movies, which is weird because I was surprised when I found out that Order of the Phoenix didn't get a nomination for visual effects, or even didn't even make it to the second round of the shortlist.
Yeah.
Because like that whole wizard battle thing with all those elements and whatnot, like I was like, that didn't get an Oscar nomination for visual effects, like, and yet somehow I Am Legend did get not a nomination, but it got in further into the shortlist. Which I mean, like I love I Am Legend, but I don't know. I thought the effects in that movie were pretty bad.
Yeah, especially the dog scene.
Oh yeah, but yeah, this is I don't know if this is an official segment or not, but I just want to give my thoughts on the Harry Potter films. I overall really like them. I still need to see the Fantastic Beasts movies, but the only one I was kind of on was the Sorcerer's Stone, which is pretty impressive considering that's 8 movies and only one of them I was like
Yeah.
and most of them I thought were great. So hey, well done with Harry Potter films, and man, I still cannot get over.
You know what's a really magical thing that people need to check out?
Oh yeah,
ChristianHannah.com.
That's exactly.
Another magical thing that they need to do is hit that like button.
Oh yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Comment for the algorithm.
Yeah, do it for the algorithm gods, because when you click, we have a bunch of links up here on ChristianHannah.com, and that'll take you to a bunch of different things. Like for example, it'll take you to my YouTube channel and whatnot. However, if you click the Patreon, you get a Patreon. You can get to the Patreon page, which is only $3 a month. Oops, oopsies. You only get. Shit. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, $3 a month you can get exclusive perks and whatnot. And again, I'm willing to hear suggestions as to what we could do for, Patreon exclusive stuff and whatnot. But also, we have a merch store. You click the merch link, and you can go to our Teespring store, where we have a bunch of cool items and whatnot, like t-shirts, stickers, hoodies, Make America Cringe Again merch and whatnot. We also have, you can get some pants, socks and whatnot. We still have Pride merch. It's not Pride Month anymore, but we will still sell the Pride merch and stuff. But
it's Pride Lifetime up in here, boys.
Yeah, Pride Lifetime up here.
And girls.
Don't take it from the website. We have merch here right now. Like we have the mugs, which have like the Christian Hannah logo and the Christian Hannah head next to it. We also have a bunch of merch. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, we also have some. Yeah, I'm wearing a shirt right now. It has a little Christian on the front and a big Christian on the back. Although you'll probably. Oh, yeah. Let here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is probably my favorite that we have right here. It's the Hannahcast.
That's my phone.
Okay. Yeah, we have the Hannahcast. On the logo on the front and my head on the back. That one's technically a prototype, but still. Yeah, and we also have this little hoodie right here, which has, which is the same design as my shirt that I'm wearing right now, where it's like little Christian Hannah on the front here, on one of the breasticles, and also my big head on the back. And we also have this big pillow and whatnot. That's the biggest size you can get, but you can find all of that on the merch store and whatnot. Oh yeah, well that's not for sale. That's just a thing. Yeah, it's a sound check and whatnot. I'm just gonna put this over here. Ooh, yeah. But that's not all you can do on ChristianHannah.com. You can also Yeah, you can also go to my Twitter, Letterboxd, which you just saw with my Harry Potter stuff, TikTok subreddit. Like, yeah, we basically just have a ton of stuff over on ChristianHannah.com.
Do.
Yeah, ChristianHannah.com. Anyways, yeah, let's get on to some topics. Well, even though for one, I will say it is Independence Day.
Yeah, happy 4th of July, bro.
Or as I like to call it, Independence Day Resurgence.
Happy birthday, America.
Yeah. I still have not seen Independence Day Resurgence.
It wasn't great.
I've heard some really bad things about that movie.
It was pretty bad. I did not like it that much, and it's not like the first Independence Day. I
really like the first Independence Day.
Yeah, it was a charming little movie. I liked it. That I think Will Smith did a pretty good job.
Especially I thought Will Smith.
But he is. I mean, it's not even that he's not really even in the second one, but it's just not. It has nothing that the first movie had at all.
It's typical Roland Emmerich, which is just like great effects. Although granted, I have not seen Independence Day Resurgence. So, like the closest I've seen was like the visual effects breakdowns and some trailers. The visual effects look pretty cool, which is kind of part of the course with Roland Emmerich movies, which his movies usually have great effects, but like literally no substance.
No substance, yeah.
But is it as bad as 10,000 BC?
Yeah, see that's the thing. I don't know because 10,000 BC was pretty shit now, isn't it? It was
It made like that. That's still one of the most illogical films I've ever seen.
I regret making my mom take me to the movie theater to see that.
Oh, I take it because like cool mammoths and stuff.
Yeah, I was excited actually, and it was freaking dog crap. That's what it was.
Mammoths building the pyramids in Egypt. These big
Just
hairy.
how they had so many mammoths in Egypt. I forgot.
Like we actually talked a little bit about 10,000 BC before, where it's like technically there were small pockets of mammoth populations around that time, but
yeah, but
in a physical sense, those things could never survive in Egypt.
No.
They're so fat and hairy. It's like they would have a heat stroke within like 10 minutes.
Not only that, but like that's just not how the pyramids were built.
It's just like it's really more like the mammoth biology and whatnot that just
especially if they had to carry bricks and stuff like that up all those slopes and stuff. Yeah, of course they would die of a heat stroke.
Well, even then, like I saw this one clip on YouTube, and like the mammoths gallop. Why would modern elephants? Okay, for one, they made the mammoths like way too big. Like mammoths were like probably around the same size as elephants, if not maybe a tiny bit, or at least like woolly mammoths. Like unless those are supposed to be like a bigger species of mammoth, like like the steppe mammoth. But it's like modern elephants can't even run. They just do like a fast walk. You think a mammoth is gonna be able to run and gallop like a horse? It's just
obviously.
It's just ridiculous. I still need to rewatch that movie because like, it's gotta be somewhere and whatnot. But yeah, But regardless, yeah, a little bit of a lighter subject. We have last time on the podcast we discussed iCarly and whatnot, and how we were just not at all impressed. Not impressed over those first 3 episodes. Like it felt like it just. I don't like it. Like there were so many things that just kind of felt wrong about it. Like
not only that, it felt like a massive member berry. Felt like those 3 episodes were just like, remember iCarly, remember Sam, and I'm just like, yeah, sure do.
But it's really more like it's like they had like a bunch of sloppy exposition. Then some really stupid storylines with this internet troll or whatever. The kid was annoying, and even Miranda Cosgrove seemed kind of off. And now, like, this isn't going to turn into like a weekly, talking about iCarly and whatnot. But
yeah, but it got good.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, these past 2 episodes of iCarly
have been great.
They've been really good, which that shocked me because it's like they like.
Yeah, I was almost abandoning all hope, honestly. But I'm glad I stuck around, and didn't jump ship when I felt like doing it because they really turned it around for real. Yeah,
it's like how do I describe it? It's like I'm trying to think like for one, there didn't seem to be any kind of like really bad sloppy exposition, but also, even the little kid right here got way less annoying. Like she was actually funny and whatnot. I'm actually trying to remember what happened in the last 2 episodes, but because it's like. like hold on, let me try to see what this was all about, because like my memory is just so fuzzy right now. Yeah, there we go. iCarly. I got your back, and iRobot went. Oh yeah, I just realized it says iRobot, like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah. Okay, one thing I gotta say about the episode of iRobot winning. This isn't a real problem. This is more so a joke or whatnot. But I am like, basically the whole thing about iRobot winning is that Neville Papperman is getting married, and I'm just gonna say I am shocked he's not gay.
Yeah,
I am shocked. I'm like,
me too.
It's like, I thought this kid was hiding in the closet this entire time and just scared of his feelings.
I thought that was like maybe a thing, but nah, guess not.
It's like, yeah, it's like, even then, it is kind of funny how they were able, what was going on in that episode. But it's like, even some of the things that, like, for example, in the first 3 episodes, there were like some major production flaws. Like, for example, when the characters were like outside, it still felt like a
They
stage.
were inside,
because not even just because of the green screen, but also the lighting looked clearly like a stage lights. Whereas in episode 4, which is like where Freddy goes on dates with this one woman. Like, yeah, like when they're outside, the green screen is like really shitty, but it's almost like it's adding to the joke with like this cheesy montage and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was really shocking. Like, hey, that's a great way to recognize the limitations of your technology, which is especially in a comedy, having it add to the joke.
To the joke, yeah, no, for real.
Yeah,
they really picked up the pace with those last 2 episodes. They were way better than any of the 3 episodes that they released before that.
Yeah, this felt like the good days of iCarly.
Yeah.
And I have a theory. I have a theory that, like, with those first 3 episodes, they probably just dumped them on, like, cuz like their strategy right now is that they release the first 3 episodes on day 1, but then the rest of the episodes are going to be released week by week. My theory is that, like, when they dump those 3 episodes in one go, it's probably like, okay, if we release these week by week, less people are going to start watching the show.
Yeah.
And so if we just dump these all here now, then we can if we can just get the shitty ones out of the way, we can just go off and with good episodes so that more momentum can build up.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's working, because like I'm actually looking forward to watching new episodes of iCarly. So yeah, that's, again, I'm pretty surprised to say that, considering how bad this started off. But I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of brief, but I wanted to talk about this because we shat all over those first 3
episodes. Yeah.
And now now it's starting to get good again. But yeah, I think. I'm trying to think. Another topic I wanted to discuss was that apparently, we talked about the Flash movie and how like Ben Affleck was going to be in it, Supergirl's going to be in it, and Michael Keaton is going to be in it. Well, a little bit of news dropped, or sort of dropped, where film pundit John Campea, he initially thought he said on the show that he kind of theorized like. Because there was like this whole thing where where it was like up in the air if Michael Keaton was going to be in the Flash or not, because due to COVID and whatnot, and seeing like if everything was safe. So it was kind of up in the air until ultimately it's like, okay, yep, we can have him, let's go. He suggested, well, if that's the case, then it's probably Michael Keaton's not going to be in this movie a whole lot.
It's probably like a cameo or something.
That was until a day later when he revealed that, and then, keep in mind, John Campea, I feel like is a pretty accurate news source guy, because he was also the guy who broke the story when of Ben Affleck when he initially when he revealed that Ben Affleck was done as Batman at the time in like January of 2017. He was the one who revealed that. Now, granted, yeah, we're getting Ben Affleck now in the Flash, but for a while it was kind of looking like Ben Affleck was not going to be back as Batman. But John Campea was the one who broke that story, and ultimately he ended up being right. But regarding Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, he says that he was told that Keaton is in way more of this movie than initially thought. to the point where he's like an actual supporting character of the likes of Sean Connery in Last Crusade, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which is insane. It's like the fact that Michael Keaton's going to be in that much in this movie, which does raise the question. Does this probably mean that the Burton Schumacher films are now canon, considering this is an official crossover? Because like we're getting so many crazy crossovers right now, like with this and now in Spider-Man No Way Home, they're going to be bringing back Alfred Molina as Doc Ock and Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Yeah.
So it's like we're getting and the fact that Deadpool 3, like the possibility that Deadpool 3 might actually be in the MCU. It's all crazy. It's all a bunch of craziness. But yeah, what do you think of this whole news with Michael Keaton being a significant player in The Flash?
It sounds like it could be cool. I guess I guess we'll just have to wait like everybody else. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I haven't been too terribly impressed with the DC movies the last few years, but yeah, might be cool for sure.
I'm definitely looking for this. I feel like DC's been getting better. I mean, yeah, I wasn't that big on Wonder Woman 1984, and even though, yeah, I wasn't that big on Birds of Prey, but even then, a lot of people do love Birds of Prey, so I mean, there is that. But, I thought Joker was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thought Shazam was a lot of fun. I thought Aquaman... Anyways, yeah. Liked Teen Titans Go the movies, liked Aquaman, whatever. I liked both of those. Sorry, there's just been so many tech glitches and whatnot. I am sick to death of this computer. So, yeah.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to the Flash for the most part. I wish Ezra Miller hadn't choked a woman out. I would have been a little bit more excited.
Yeah, it'd be a little poggers if he didn't assault people.
Or especially assaulting women.
Yeah, I mean it's assaulting anybody is bad.
I mean, yeah, it's just kind of even worse when it's a woman. It's just like, come on, dude, like don't do that, don't do that. But regardless, like, I'm starting to think this. Like, granted, I've never read Flashpoint or whatever, but it's like people are saying that this is starting to look like a Flashpoint movie. This Flash film. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know anything about Flashpoint?
Flashpoint's one of those storylines that I'm actually not too familiar with.
Okay. Well, I guess we can't get much info from the comic book guy here. Sorry. Yeah, but regardless. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Let me just. Yeah, we're still good. Anyways, on to the next subject, which is the Oscars. Yeah. We got a few new rules and qualifications for the Oscars starting next year. One of them that we definitely covered a little bit of was that we'll probably repeat a little bit here is that starting next year we will actually have 10 nominees for Best Picture instead of a fluctuating number. Yeah, and they're gonna start just having a flat 10, which really I feel like they just should have done and whatnot, because like they did that for the movies of 2009 and 2010, but they have not done that. But then they change it to where like it could be a fluctuating number. Like I don't like the fluctuating number thing. I just kind of like that solid 10 and whatnot. Because like, and I feel like, granted, I don't really feel like there's anything really how to describe it. It's like nothing that could be like I don't see any anything that's not a benefit to this, because like it's just because everyone has like their top 10 movies of the year, and so this kind of represents that. Like, what are your thoughts on?
I agree. I think 10's a good number to go with. It, it makes a nice playing field in my opinion. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Also, but there are some newer things. Like for example, the Board of Governors approved other rules changes for the 94th awards, including in the sound category there will now be a preliminary round of voting for the sound award to determine a short list of 10 films. Prior to nominations, voting sound branch members will be invited to a presentation of the shortlisted achievements, similar to the process in visual effects and makeup and hairstyling categories. The entire sound branch will vote to select the shortlist as well as the nominations. I actually think this is pretty interesting. Seeing as there's now going to be a short list for sound. I still wish there was a separation of sound mixing and sound editing. I don't like that they're kind of mixing it, but ironic, no pun intended. But this is going to be interesting, seeing as how they're going to actually have a short list of 10 films.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Is there much to be said about? Do you think there's anything much to be said about the whole thing about sound?
No, I mean,
being a short list.
I don't really think it's adding or taking away that much. I completely agree that the lack of separation between like editing and mixing and stuff is kind of meh. But what can you do?
Like some people have tried to argue, oh well, nobody really cares about the difference between sound mixing and sound editing. But it's like, but here's the best. I saw someone point this out, which I think is key. There's tons of different, categories for the look of a film, like cinematography, editing, production designing, costume designing, visual effects, and whatnot. And I feel like there should be a lot of categories for sound as well.
Yeah,
like we had, original score, original song.
If you want to get to like the most basic technical aspects of a film, half of it's what you see, the other half is what you hear and stuff like. And that's just really looking at it in the most basic of sense. But yeah, no, for real. Think that they should emphasize on sound as much as they do video.
And some people will also argue, the winners for best sound and editing and mixing are usually the same, like in movies like Dunkirk or Bohemian Rhapsody or whatnot. And Mad Max Fury Road. My argument to that is, that's not really on the fact that they're two different categories. The fact is, it's the one problem I still really have with the Academy Awards is that I feel like they should not, because again, when nominating each category, the individual branches nominate each category.
Right.
Again, if you guys, to put that in basic terms, actors nominate the acting categories, directors nominate the directing categories, the visual effects artists do the visual effects category.
Sound guys do the sound.
Yeah, all that stuff. But when it comes to the final voting, like voting for the winners, everybody votes on every category, which I feel like is a bit problematic because who's going to know about screenwriting more than a screenwriter? Who's going to know about visual effects more than a visual effects artist?
Yeah.
I still, to this day, think The Lion King was going to win Best Visual Effects had it, if it were actually voted on by real visual effects artists, because when you look at the fucking, Visual Effects Society Awards, Lion King won 3, 1917, which was the Oscar winner, won 0. And it's just it's like that's the problem you have or even Tenet winning Best Visual Effects this year against other nominees that had way more visual effects than Tenet. So it's just it's just kind of frustrating for me. And had you had the sound branch actually voting for the winners for the sound categories, you'd probably see a lot more difference between the winners and whatnot.
Yeah,
maybe not always. I don't know. I think maybe Gravity could have still won Best Sound Editing and Sound Mixing anyways, or whatever. But regardless, I feel like that's more of a critique on how the Oscars votes on their winners rather than the fact that sound mixing and editing are two different categories. But regardless, yeah. I will say this is kind of a... This is a change I'm not really all that for, which is in the music original score, in the best original score category, for a score to be eligible, it must compromise a minimum of 35% of the total music in the film, lowered from what was 60%. Which at that point, it's not even that much of an original score. Then, if only 35% was actually made for that movie.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, I even kept, I don't know why I kept forgetting this. Remember when we were talking about the Oscars and you were kind of bummed that The Irishman didn't get nominated for Best Original Score?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually because I didn't realize this. I kind of forgot. It was ineligible because it didn't meet the 60% threshold.
See.
Which, fair is fair, I guess. But it's I don't know. I'm not, because I don't know. I don't like the idea of lowering that to 35%, because that's a little bit more than a third of the entire score. And even then, even when it comes to franchise films, there were still films that did meet the 60% threshold, like the Star Wars sequels, Avengers, Endgame, and Infinity War, and whatnot. Obviously, they still met the threshold. So it's
right.
I don't really see the benefit in this, personally.
No, I mean, either. It's lowering the bar, if anything.
Yeah, it's just I feel like I feel like this should probably have stayed at 60. I thought 60 was a good number, but whatever. This one's kind of simple. In the music original song category, no more than 5 songs from any one film may be submitted. I mean, I don't really have any opinions over that either way. It's just kind of
same.
It's I can't really think of a movie where like 5 songs from one movie would have made up the entire list. Like I think maybe The Greatest Showman for me may have took up 3, but it's like I don't know about I don't know about that. And this one I don't really pay that much attention to, although I guess it's worth mentioning. Best documentary, short subject, animated short film, and live action short film categories. The shortlist will expand from 10 to 15 films, which, all right. I guess I mean again I don't
Neat.
yeah. Although one thing that's not on here that I did have confirmed was that the best visual effects shortlist will go back to what has been the norm for a while, which was round 1 being 20 films, and then the second round being 10 films, and then from those 10 they pick the 5 best visual effects visual nominees, which
Right.
I am glad they're going back to that, because like last year they only had the 10 film shortlist, and even then this was a sad list. This is easily, in my opinion, the worst best visual effects year in comparison to the other nominees and like other movies and whatnot I've seen in a long time. Because even just looking at this, the only ones I think even deserve to be on this short list were Love and Monsters, Midnight Sky, and One and Only Ivan. Like literally none of these other ones I would put on here. I mean, me and whatnot, but hey, at least they're gonna be. Oh wait, you guys haven't been seeing. Damn it, I forgot about that. But this is what they basically do. What they usually do: 20 film shortlist, then they shorten that down to 10, and from those 10 we get the 5 nominees. Which last time they did this in 2019, it was 1917, Avengers Endgame, Irishman, Lion King, and Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, what are your thoughts on them going back to the first round 20 and second round 10 and whatnot?
I'm glad that they're doing that. I mean, I don't really understand why they stopped.
I mean, but probably because 2020 didn't have many big visual effects films. But
yeah, that's true.
even then, I could think of a lot of better choices for this than some of these. Like again, I'd keep loving Monsters, Midnight Sky, and 111, but no Underwater, no Artemis Fowl, no Wonder Woman 1984, no Monster Hunter. Like none of those got on here, and yet somehow Birds of Prey got on there, and Soul and Tenet and Welcome to I don't know, but yeah, but regardless, that's pretty much the whole thing with the Oscars and whatnot, and I'm looking forward to next year's Oscars. How could you bully Will Smith genie like that?
I have to.
He has to bop you on the head now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dang.
Not again. 3rd time this week.
Oh, no. But, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Hopefully next year's Oscars will be better. I'm hoping I hope that the visual effects category gets better, this, next year's Oscars, because, I mean, I think it should be, because, we still have Dune coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Dune coming out. We have, maybe Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong could get in there. That depends, because it kind of depends how they go about that. Matrix 4. Granted, we have not seen anything for Matrix 4.
Nope, not yet.
Although the effects should be really good.
Oh yeah.
There's also the Eternals, Shang-Chi, which we'll be discussing later on. It looks like it's gonna have some pretty cool effects and whatnot. So, and plus there might be one of those Oscar movies that could be that we don't even know of yet that have some impressive visual effects like Midnight Sky and whatnot. Even though Midnight Sky wasn't all that good, but that's just me. But yeah. Anyways, speaking of awards, we have the Directors Guild of America Awards, and apparently they are reinstating their theatrical first run rule for best picture and whatnot, like best director and whatnot. Basically, and the Directors Guild, it's pretty much like the Directors Award shows, like they nominate directors and whatnot. They've reinstated a requirement that at least for movies that came out Yeah, yeah. For movies released June 15th or later than that, they have to have an exclusive 7-day theatrical run before hitting any other platform if they are released after June 15th, 2021, which might pose a which granted I do yeah, I get that cuz like, we are getting better
Yeah.
and whatnot, however, you know, this might pose a problem for some movies like Dune, though, because like Dune still has that HBO Max. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Unless Warner Bros. Pulls back on Dune, because from what we're hearing, uh, Warner Bros. Is going to be really pushing Dune for for award season, like heavily pushing it for award season, and so. Well, one of the theories out there is that maybe Warner Brothers might have Dune either have an exclusive theatrical window, or at least give it enough of a theatrical window to to qualify for these big award shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the DGA? The DGA reinstating their their 1 week theatrical mandate.
It's an interesting decision for sure. I mean, I can kind of understand why. Like you said, with the whole COVID situation, it is sort of getting better. The more and more people, get vaccinated. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Dune and other movies that were originally planned to just be released on streaming services, or have a limited theatrical run or something.
I mean, like, I think they can still be limited. It's just they have to have at least a week exclusively in theaters, I think. Which, again, if it's only for a week, I think maybe Warner Brothers could do that with Dune. Like, if it only has to be a week,
right?
I think it'll be. Again, this will be interesting to see how it affects Dune, because again, we are seeing that Warner Brothers really likes what they got with Dune right now, and they're that not only are they already planning a franchise for this, but they are really thinking this is going to be a big awards contender.
Yeah,
I am really looking forward to Dune, though. Dune looks amazing.
That it does.
And apparently, from what we've heard, this is going to be covering the first half of the book.
Okay.
Yeah, the first half. Which, granted, I've never read Dune. I'm just gonna say I've never read Dune, but it's only gonna be the first half, so it's gonna be interesting to see where it ends off, like how everything works out. But again, it does look amazing.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but yeah. And another bit of news, another movie I'm really excited for this year is Steven Spielberg's West Side Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I love the original film. This is going to be Steven Spielberg's first foray into musicals. Even from the trailer, what we saw from the trailer, it looks amazing. Like, the cinematography, I still love that shot, that overhead shot of the sharks and the jets just like coming towards each other. It's like this big wide angle shot.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And apparently, we're not the only ones. But not only are we excited for West Side Story, apparently some of the people over at Disney, considering they own 20th Century Studios, they're really impressed with one of the actors in it, Rachel Zegler, who's going to be playing Maria, I think. And she's going to be playing Snow White in Disney's new live action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, being directed by Mark Webb, who directed movies like the 500 Days of Summer and The Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. I'm really interested to see where this goes, because like Disney seems to have a lot of confidence in Rachel Zegler and her capabilities as an actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of her? Like the idea of her as Snow White or whatever. Granted, we can't really. I guess I can't really say too much about her because like we haven't really seen her act in anything.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say. I mean, I can't say I'm horribly excited for Snow White. Oh, yay, another reimagining, cool. But Mark Webb directing it. I don't know. I wasn't really thoroughly impressed with The Amazing Spider-Man. I thought 500 Days of Summer was pretty good, but I thought that the two Amazing Spider-Man movies were pretty terrible in my opinion.
Oh man, that's
just me.
Yeah, I thought I love The Amazing Spider-Man. I haven't seen 500 Days of Summer, but again, everyone seems to really love that film, and I am looking forward to this. I'm looking to see what they do with with Snow White and the Seven Dwarves and whatnot. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, production is anticipated to begin in 2022. So this might come out in like maybe 2023, 2024 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Again, I can't. I get like I said. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I can't really say too much about her because we haven't really seen her act in much, but we will soon as Maria in West Side Story, which. Hey, at least it does show that Disney seems to have a bit of confidence in West Side Story. I'm really excited for that. See, like,
yeah, same here.
Yeah, because man, this really is like the year for like big live action musicals. Because like we have West Side Story, we have In the Heights, we have Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
We have which have you seen the trailer for Dear Evan Hansen?
No.
Oh my God, it is. I might have to show you after the podcast. Sure. It is like
really good.
It looks heartbreakingly good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I will. We also have that Tick Tick Boom movie coming to Netflix, which is it's Lin-Manuel Miranda's directorial debut, and it's starring Andrew Garfield.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, like I've seen the trailer, and I'm really fascinated to see what Andrew Garfield does in a musical. But it doesn't look like a typical kind of musical either. It looks more like it's hard to explain. It looks more like something like more like La La Land than In the Heights or whatever. But hey, I'm a big musical guy, so we're looking forward to that. And like I said, I'm looking forward to to West Side Story. So yeah. Oh yeah, here's another bit of news. Apparently, we got a new Transformers movie coming called Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Awesome, Beast Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, they're doing Beast Wars.
Neat.
Here's the funny thing. Like, people were like, another Transformers movie, but I'm like, yeah, it's another Transformers movie. But here's the thing. I would be complaining
if Michael Bay was directing it.
Yeah, he's not directing this one. They're taking like the Bumblebee route, where they're getting like a new director.
Because look what happened when they put in another guy that's not Michael Bay in charge of the thing. It was awesome and not schlock.
For me, I think maybe how I describe it is like, I don't even necessarily blame Michael Bay for the Transformers movies. It's really the writing is so awful in at least in the sequels. It's just like, because I feel like, but even then, it's like they're still taking a new direction with this. They're still trying to not like it probably help if I read the read some of this or whatnot. Like, for example, what was it like? Oh yeah, this is going to be directed by Stephen Caple Jr., who directed Creed 2, which I thought was fantastic. Like, I still think Creed 1 was a little bit better, but man, I honestly underestimated how good Creed 2 was going to be.
Right.
Like, I feel like a lot of people have kind of slept. How I describe it? It's like, I feel like Creed 2 had like the Deadpool 2 effect, where it's like, it's still a great movie, but it's just like, it's not the big surprise that, because like with Deadpool 2, everyone knew Deadpool 2 was going to be great because, Deadpool 1 was so great. But people were kind of surprised over the first Deadpool because they were like, how's a Deadpool movie going to work? And it's like, oh shit, this is phenomenal. And so I think people kind of had like the same expectations with Deadpool 2. It's like, okay, we're going to be expecting a great movie. Whereas and same thing with Creed. No one thought Creed was going to be a good idea. It's like, really? Right. What was it? Like Rocky 7 or whatever? And like, oh god, we're doing this, and they're doing, it's the spin-off, it's like a new guy. And then Creed is actually like the highest critically rated Rocky movie on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever. Like with like 93%.
Oh yeah.
Even more than the first one. And when Creed 2 was coming out, I think everyone kind of expected Creed 2 was gonna be really good, and I think, I don't know, I feel like Creed 2 is just kind of people don't really talk about Creed 2 as much.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Creed 2?
I actually have not. I haven't even actually. No, yeah, I've seen Creed. I like that one quite a bit. And I've been meaning to watch Creed 2, but
I think Creed 2 is on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, I thought it was really the perfect follow up to the first film, and I gotta say, when you get to the ending of Creed 2, like it's like, you know what, yeah, this feels like a perfect ending place for this specific element of the Creed franchise. But
Okay.
even though and funny enough, I think Creed 3 is going to be directed by Michael B. Jordan. Like this, it's going to be his directorial debut. But yeah, regardless, the Creed 2 director, Stephen Caple Jr. He's directing this. I'm excited for that because if he can bring the Transformers what he brought to Creed 2, I'm going to be so excited. And this is actually going to star Anthony Ramos from, he's going to be, well, yeah, he's going to be in this movie, and also Dominique Fishback. I'm trying to find her in this. Oh yeah, it's going to star Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, who you might recognize Dominique Fishback mainly from Judas and the Black Messiah. I think she played.
Okay.
I think she played the wife of Daniel Kaluuya's character.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was great in that too. And I really like where these Transformers movies are going. Like I thought Bumblebee was great. Like getting the director of Kubo and the Two Strings. Granted, it's kind of hit or miss whenever you get someone who mainly does animation going straight to live action. Like it's a bit hit or miss. Like sometimes you'll have Travis Knight with Bumblebee or what was another successful transition from animation or Seth MacFarlane with Ted, but then you might also get what was it sometimes you might also get Andrew Stanton, who directed Wall-E and Finding Nemo, and then he directed John Carter, which is like one of the biggest box office flops of all time.
Yeah.
And even Jennifer Lee, who directed Frozen, she was the writer for A Wrinkle in Time, and
Which also sucked.
And so it's a bit hit or miss. Although, like I said, regardless, I thought Travis Knight did a phenomenal job with Bumblebee, and I do think this is I do think what's his name? Stephen Caple Jr. is going to do a great job with Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Like, what are your thoughts on them? Granted, I don't know Transformers all that well. I only sort of vaguely know Beast Wars. But what are your thoughts on them doing a Beast Wars movie and Stephen Caple Jr. directing it, Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback starring in it?
I'm excited just because I've definitely been wanting to see more Transformers since Bumblebee. I didn't myself grow up with Beast Wars. I haven't really, and I know what it is. But like but I don't even think I was born when Beast Wars originally ran on TV. But I know what it is, and I like that they're taking a new approach to this instead of just trying to do the same thing like 5 times in a row, like with the Autobots films,
like Autobots versus the Decepticons.
Yeah, dude.
Like I think this is going to be like I don't think the Decepticons are going to be in this film.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ron Perlman is voicing this character called Optimus Primal.
Oh yeah, is he going to be a big monkey?
I don't know anything. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think is he supposed to be the same as Optimus Prime, or is he different?
I mean, he's the leader of or at least in the TV show, from the limited things that I know about it, he's like the leader of the auto animal bots or whatever they are, and he's like a gorilla or whatever. I'm pretty sure.
But is he the same thing as Optimus Prime? Like
it sounds like it.
Again, I
guess he's one of his ancestors.
Again, like I said, I don't know anything about Beast Wars or whatnot. Although I think they said this is going to be taking place in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah, the 90s. But like I said, I'm looking forward to Oh wait. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Rise of the Beast and whatnot because I love Stephen Caple Jr. as a director, or at least what he's done with Creed 2, and so bring on the explosions. And the next topic we're going to be talking about is, Black Panther. That movie wasn't. I think everyone knew Black Panther was going to be a hit. I mean, because it's Marvel. But I don't think anyone anticipated how big of a hit that would be.
Yeah.
Like, it became... Like, it's still, I think, the highest... the highest critically rated MCU movie of all time. And it's, I think, the highest grossing standalone superhero film of all time.
Okay, hang on, sorry. Sorry to bring this back to... sorry to bring this back to Beast Wars, but I found out... So, Optimus Primal... and Optimus Prime are not the same person. Optimus Primal's like, or at least in the TV show Beast Wars, he greatest of the Autobots, he can save the life of his namesake. Okay, so I guess he's like not an ancestor to Optimus Prime, but he's a different dude. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So I guess I answered that question. But yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ron Perlman voiced Optimus Primal in the show, so he's coming back to do.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I guess they're doing like this, the Peter Cullen thing where they brought back Peter Cullen to voice Optimus Prime. But yeah. But yeah, Black Panther was a huge hit critically and financially. Highest grossing, highest grossing standalone comic book movie of all time. Highest, highest critically rated MCU film of all time. Became the first comic book movie ever to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. And now, of course, logically, they were going to do a sequel to this because, I mean, you have to be an idiot not to do a sequel to Black Panther. But now with the death of Chadwick Boseman, that kind of complicates things.
Yeah, like how are you? I guess they just got to replace.
Well, I'll get into that because I as a theory I have. But the reason why we bring up Black Panther is that if you look over here, like I'll just say the title of this new one is going to be Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which I feel like, given with the whole thing with Chadwick Boseman, is like the perfect title for this movie because it's like it's sort of like it's saying Chadwick is forever or whatever. And I think that's phenomenal. And right now they are in production. Right now they are on production with Black Panther 2. And if this thing is correct, it's suggesting that Atlantis is going to become a player in this. Like again, if this is correct, like this is from Will Mavity shared this, and this thing says both Wakanda and Atlantis are hidden civilizations with advanced technology and increased militaristic abilities that decided to separate themselves from the rest of the world for their own safety and, in a way, out of fear. Wakanda feared that their technology would be abused, and Atlantis feared that surface dwellers would come and desecrate the mythical city, just as it did so many years ago. And yet their fears escalate even further when these two once hidden nations clash with one another. Wakanda and Atlantis have a shockingly intertwined history. Wakanda is the only country in the world with access to vibranium. However, rumors of its power spread throughout the world, and Namor's human father was sent searching for this rare material to Antarctica. Now, granted, if this is true...
Looks like Aquaman's gonna be fighting the Black Panther, bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. One
of the biggest crossovers ever.
Yeah, exactly. Again, if this is
true...
Dude,
how many people do you think I just pissed off by saying that?
They're probably not gonna be... I feel like, at this point, we're just kind of in a culture now where it's like, whenever you make those kind of jokes, they don't really care anymore. Like, it sounds like something like maybe like the Big Bang Theory will make a joke over, no, there's a separate universes. It's like...
And then Sheldon's just like, N-word. Bazinga!
It's like, oh man. Sheldon, you can't say the N-word. What's wrong with you?
Bazinga!
I mean, he said bazinga. I mean,
we gotta laugh in the key of the laugh track. Get the canned laughter.
Exactly. But yeah, if this is true, the whole thing about Atlantis, and it seems like if this is true, Namor might be a part of this. Grant, I don't know anything about Namor. You're the comic book guy. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Be neat to see Namor in a movie, and also Atlantis. I'm really excited to see how they're gonna depict that, but also what it's if like that little thing you just read is true. I'm just interested to see like how it's gonna play out.
But here's the question I'm wondering: who the fuck is Namor?
He's an Atlantean. He's a fish man.
Anything else?
No, that's really all there is to say about him. He's a fish man. That's it.
No weird backstory. No like, power.
He's pretty basic, honestly.
He's just a fish.
He's not like just a fish, but he can use his
Is he pretty much like Marvel's Aquaman?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so so it's just fucking Aquaman, it's just Marvel's Aquaman. Is he like a villain? Or is he just
the few comics that I've read with him in it, he's usually been a bad guy. But I mean, he's like one of those. He's not like a side character or something, but like
he just sort of does his own thing.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, who knows? I mean, Marvel's made the Winter Soldier a hero.
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with him.
Yeah, but this probably does, raise the elephant in the room, and that is
who is gonna play Black Panther? Is he even gonna be in it?
Well, apparently, there's a few things that have been confirmed, which is for Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige's confirmed. For one, it's actually like they're not going to try to replace Chadwick Boseman in any sense. Like they're not going to look for a successor to play T'Challa. They're not doing like they're. It's nothing. Like he hasn't said what they will be doing. All he said is what they aren't doing. Which I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it would have been the worst thing in the world to find someone else to play T'Challa. Because again, it's kind of an important character.
And before T'Challa is now dead.
What?
And before they kill T'Challa.
Yeah, it's like and sort of. Well, I mean, if you see Avengers Endgame, it makes things kind of. It's like how you gotta do like. Okay, well. I'll just say this: spoiler alert for Endgame. Spoiler alert for Endgame for Avengers Endgame.
If you haven't seen Endgame, skip.
If you haven't seen Endgame, wait.
Skip to where you don't see the spoiler alert. Just run your mouse over the thing, mute the video. Maybe you can put like a timestamp to skip to in the description.
I'm too lazy to put a timestamp.
Just do the timestamp. Do him a favor.
I'll just put the thing.
I'll say something right now so that you have to put a timestamp. Check the description and the pinned comment for the timestamp to skip the spoiler. There is a timestamp.
There is no.
Trust me, there's a timestamp. There's going to be a timestamp. All right. You think I won't? You think I won't? Check the comments. Check the pinned comment for the timestamp to skip the spoiler.
Okay, fine. If you'll do it, I'll.
You think I won't?
All right, fine. Yeah, when you see this go away, or click the timestamp.
Click the pinned comment for the time. Check the pinned comment for the timestamp.
Once the time, then we won't be spoiling Endgame. All right. All right. Now we're gonna spoil Endgame. Yeah, in Avengers Infinity
Thanos dies.
Well, that's not really relevant to Black Panther, right? But it's like
I just spoiled it.
Oh boy! But it's like in Infinity War, Black Panther was killed. Like he was snapped out of existence. But now, canonically, he's back with the re-snapping. So it's like
you mean the unsnapping?
Yeah, like Hulk. Like what smart, funny Hulk did. Black Panther is now back. But I have a theory as to what they might do. Now, some people have said, okay, but like I said, hold on. Boop. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. In this film, with Black Panther and whatnot, with Black Panther 2, regarding Black Panther 2, Kevin Feige said they're not going to recast T'Challa, they're not going to make him a CGI recreation or whatnot. Like, he hasn't said what they will do, he's just said what they won't do. And so, it's kind of up in the air what they will do. Some people have suggested that, and I don't agree with this, some people have suggested Shuri be Black Panther, although here's my problem with Shuri being Black Panther, and it's that, she was Black Panther in the comics for a while, but that's not really how they've written her in this universe.
No.
She can't fight, she's not a leader.
There hasn't really been an arc to where her character has become either of those things.
Yeah, and even though she was in the Battle of Endgame, it was just those two little blasts like pew 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 pew.
Yeah, I mean maybe they could do a thing where I don't know if they did something where they set it in the future or something like that.
But I don't know how far in the future it'll be because it looks like most of everyone's coming back for this film.
Okay.
For Black Panther 2, but oops. I guess we don't really have to spoil anything. Sorry, people. In case you're wondering, in case... Hold on. First, let me just... oh, shit. Yeah, I accidentally... spoiler alert. And let me just... Boop. Yeah, there we go. Alright. in case you're wondering what we were just talking about, like not regarding spoilers, it's that I don't think Shuri can be Black Panther because it doesn't make sense in the MCU canonically. Because yeah, she was Black Panther in the comics, but in this universe, she's not a fighter. She's not a leader. She can't really. It just wouldn't make sense for her to be Black Panther. But however, I suggest this here. Here's who I think could and maybe should be the next Black Panther.
Yeah.
Nakia. This, I think, would be perfect. Because, like, Nakia, played by Lupita Nyong'o, because she has everything that would, qualify her as the Black Panther.
Leadership qualities, ability to fight, experience.
She is a fighter. Like, she's a fierce fighter. And also, she's one of the heads of the River Tribe, or whatever it was, in the movie. And she was going to be Queen of Wakanda anyway. So it's like, she has an actual claim. Also, something that I kind of forgot about that people mention, I was like, oh yeah, in Black Panther, when T'Challa was thrown off the waterfall, and his mother was got the last herb. Who was the first person his mother went to? Nakia. Nakia was the first person that T'Challa's mother went to, saying, "I need you to take the herb and become the Black Panther," and whatnot. Even though Nakia refused at the time, I mean, it shows that even his own mother trusts Nakia to be the Black Panther, and I think this. And plus, I mean, even in terms of just
sorry, Team Snapchat sent me a thing.
Oh boy. But yeah, and so and plus also, I mean, you still have that big star power because she won an Oscar and whatnot. And so I feel like out of all the possible choices, I'm hoping that they go for do you need me to pause?
No.
Yeah. I feel like out of all of the possible choices for someone to take up the mantle of Black Panther, I hope they go with Lupita Nyong'o's Nakia. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think out of anybody, she's the most qualified to, at least in the terms of inside of the universe of Black Panther, she's the most qualified to take the mantle from T'Challa. But yeah.
And I gotta say, this is not gonna be. I would not want to. I don't really envy. I do not envy Ryan Coogler at all during this, because he has to write and direct this film and try to figure out what do we do without Chadwick Boseman.
Yep.
That's gonna be this is if they can pull this off, this might be one of the MCU's greatest accomplishments probably. That also if he improves his work on the visual effects, because I don't really want Black Panther 1 quality visual effects and Black Panther 2. But like I said, that's mainly my thoughts on, what they're doing with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Again, I think that's a perfect title for this movie. They're right now in production. I'm willing to bet we might hear about, we might officially hear about what they're doing with T'Challa or what they're doing with the Black Panther mantle. I'm willing to bet it's going to be not D23, the Disney Investors Day probably. Because that seems like the perfect time to announce something like that, or maybe even CinemaCon. Maybe they might even announce this at CinemaCon. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is going to this is going to be coming out July 8th, 2022 of next year. So yeah, that is going to be crazy. I am really fascinated to see what they're going to do with this. And they're going to have a great tribute to Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and so yeah. Now let's get on to some pretty big cringe right here, because there's this new trailer out for the for this BET original film. Did you see this?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. I guess we'll probably just do a reaction.
Baby, you just gotta give it a chance.
Full screen that.
This is gonna be funny.
Tell me about your new neighbors.
Oh.
If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager. Hi, I am Karen Drexler. I'm the neighbor. You need to be taking your trash cans off the curb right when the trash is picked up. Is she nice?
Yeah, she's nice.
Wait a minute. We have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
Karen, enjoy yourself.
Oh.
Some very teenagers. Can you please hurry up? They're very aggressive. Yep.
This is not a comedy, by the way.
Yeah, I can see.
We didn't do anything.
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know, we have criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of her.
Oh my god.
Stepping out of the car.
The office has uncovered some disturbing information on her and her brother.
She doesn't like black people.
We have a search warrant.
Well, I'm black.
I know she doesn't like me.
I'm gonna sell the house.
What did I do? You can't tell me, huh?
We're invading next door to a racist. You went in her house? You ever don't want your wife to know our little secret, right?
There's non-standard police procedure back there. What do we have here? We need a hammer. Everything looks like that.
You people are very angry.
Shut your mouth.
Bad things happen to people that don't comply.
Wow. Wow.
So, yeah, what are your thoughts on
Definitely a reaction to the times, for sure. That's one thing it is. It
Oh
looks,
my- this looks pretty horrible.
Yeah, it looks pretty whack.
like the worst part is like this is actually supposed to be taken seriously. Like it's just like, oh my god, it's like it feels like so.
I really like the title.
The fact that her name the Karen,
Karen.
but it's just like it's so on the nose about everything.
Dude, yeah, it's really like that's
there
why I
she
said
is
it's a
slaving
reaction to
away
the
in
times, and I was
kitchen.
just like, oh wow.
It's just like really slaving away in the kitchen. All right,
You couldn't have. It's almost like the subtext is dead.
it's like how do I describe it? It's like this movie, like how do I describe it? It feels like this is like it feels like the Asylum was trying to do like a Jordan Peele knockoff
Yeah.
movie. Well, hey, we'll talk about Jordan Peele here in a bit. But it's like, man, this is like I don't the basic.
It's not subtle about anything, and it's not really doing it any favors.
Yeah, like this doesn't sound like a bad idea for a movie, but it's just like I don't know. Something about this just doesn't. It's too like it's not self-aware enough. It's like I guarantee you, if Jordan Peele had done this, it would actually like 'cause the thing
Probably
about-
wouldn't be fucking called Karen.
Yeah, like the thing about actually, in some ways, Get Out is sort of almost like a good version of Karen because like
it's exactly. It's like they saw Get Out and they're like, oh, what if we do this, but treat the audience like they don't have a brain and just explain absolutely everything.
And it's just like, wow, like it's like, I don't know how I just don't know how to describe it. It just looks, although I will say it does look funny. It looks so
unintentionally funny.
Yeah, I probably might see this just so I can like
Laugh. Yeah.
Although granted, I don't know if it's actually going to be in theaters or streaming or whatever. I mean, it says it's a BET original film. Although I don't know if that means they'll actually put it on BET or if they make theatrical movies.
Either way, it looks whack.
It does look crazy and whatnot, but it's like also I love how this lady right here just like for some reason just can't put two and two together.
But I'm black.
Yeah.
Well, I'm black.
Well, oh yeah, I wasn't showing the thing, but it's like, yeah, she says, "Well, I'm black." I was like, "Lady,
You
what?"
didn't have to say that. Why did you? You know she doesn't like you. She's been treating you like shit for the entire since you moved here.
It's yeah, and it's just, man, it's just this just feels so misguided. But again, like. This it also looks very cheap, like from cinematography and everything. It just doesn't look all that good. If hell, like what, like where, like oh, I don't know. Something about this just
Looks like stock footage.
it looks so flat. Like it's like they just ignored any sense of color correction or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, damn it! I keep forgetting to put the thing on. It's like, yeah, it looks so flat and lifeless. Just like, yeah, it's just, man. But again, I am, especially here. Oh my god, that's like, no wide range of color spectrum at all. Just
No.
no creativity with it at all. But
It's all brown and green. Always has been.
yeah, and gray sort of and whatnot. But regardless, this looks so misguided, but hopefully it's gonna be like entertainingly misguided.
Yeah.
This looks like a Tyler Perry drama.
Yeah, that's exactly. It reminds me of
Yeah, it's just like, ah, man. But, speaking of Jordan Peele and whatnot, we have a new trailer for Candyman.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen the original Candyman. That one. I actually don't remember too much about it. My dad showed it to me when I was a kid. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for this.
Yeah, Jordan Peele isn't directing this, but he is producing it and one of the writers.
Okay.
And it's being directed by... it's a newcomer director, but she's going to be directing the Marvels, like the Captain Marvel 2 movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to have Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan, and also that one lady from WandaVision.
Anybody I talked to about Captain Marvel seems to really not like it.
I thought it was I don't think it's one of Marvel's.
It's not my favorite. I don't
I
think
thought it was
it's like their
decent.
best movie, but I thought it was all right. I
Yeah.
really liked the cat thing.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he looks like Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think you've seen this trailer for Candyman. All right, we'll watch this, but however, we're going to pause this because this is more likely to get copy striked. So we're going to pause this and
Be right back.
What did you think of the Candyman trailer?
Looks pretty freaking terrifying. I like what I saw. I like how they're approaching it. It's very
Oops. I got you were saying?
very I like sort of the backstory that they're giving to the
Oh, I love this backstory. I'll just say what they do in this. Like basically, in the backstory they give, which I love these little shadow puppets. It's really creative. Oops. Basically, Candyman was like this. He was just this nice black man giving candy to kids, but then parents started realizing there were razor blades in
some of the candies. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the police came, beat him, and killed the man.
It turns out it wasn't.
Yeah, They start
Because there were more razors.
Yeah. After he was murdered by the police, they found more razor blades in the candy.
I really liked that shot in the trailer where he was like, "Candyman's not a he, it's the whole damn hive," and then it's just all the cops running up and down the right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that.
Yeah, and again, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very timely story.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But it's like, did the original Candyman have this kind of backstory?
I see. That's the thing. I don't really remember anything like that in there. But it's also been that movie came out before I was born. I'm pretty sure. But also when I saw it, I was like a wee lad, so I really don't remember it that well. I do remember being absolutely terrified of it and all the scenes with the bugs and stuff. But it's definitely one of those ones I'm gonna have to rewatch.
I definitely do want to watch the original Candyman after this. But it's like, and if I'm not mistaken, this isn't necessarily a reboot. From what I've heard, this is sort of like how they did the original Halloween back in 2018, where it's sort of a sequel, but it's also trying to take the franchise in a newer, more modern direction. And it looks, and how do I describe it? It's like, from what I've seen of the trailers and whatnot, this is definitely one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Like, this looks amazing. Hell, it's coming out August 27th. And it's just, I love.
So one of the things, I don't know if they gave him this much backstory or as much backstory, but the original 1992 Candyman's plot does mention that a murderous soul with a hook for a hand is accidentally summoned to reality by a skeptic grad student researching the monster's myth. So it's possible that he had that level of depth in him, but like I said, I couldn't tell you.
Again, if this is made, either way, it's really impressive. Like, if this kind of backstory of him being wrongfully framed by the police and murdered was in the original, that just means the original was kind of ahead of its time. If it's not, then it's still cool for this movie.
So, during the filming of the 3 Candyman movies, like the ones with Tony Todd was stung by bees 26 times during the space of the Candyman trilogy.
Oh dang. I mean, it makes sense considering they're probably working with real beats.
Yeah, a bunch of beats.
Like nowadays they can use CGI. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
but it was the 90s, bro.
yeah, CGI bugs weren't that good. But like, and I think Tony Todd is coming back for this film. That's what makes me think this might be a sequel, like a long.
Well, yeah, because there were originally 3 Candyman movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, this could be lucky number 4.
But man, I again, I just can't get over how good this trailer is. Even the music is just kind of like that soft little piano music in the beginning of this trailer was just unsettling. But I just cannot get over how well done the shadow puppetry is.
Oh yeah.
Like it's and how
it reminded me a little bit of the intro. Just in style, there's this game that came out recently called Resident Evil 8 that also has a really interesting.
The people were thirsting over the vampire lady.
Yeah. Did I show you that, or have you seen that?
I mean,
yeah, the vampire lady. But yeah, it has this really cool intro that does like shadow puppet stuff and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. Like I was watching Markiplier's gameplay.
I like that game a lot.
He I haven't gotten through all of it. Like it's so weird. Like apparently, like the big vampire lady, like she's
not in it for more than like an hour.
Which is weird because they made the whole marketing around her.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know what sells more than sex?
I mean,
nothing, literally nothing.
But it's just, man, the internet went thirsty.
Oh yeah, dude, they were like, I want you to crush me to death with your vampire lady boobies. Yeah, dude, they really were. And then I really want to see like because you know she has like she transforms into put a spoiler alert real quick. Spoilers for Resident Evil Village incoming. So
you have to put another timestamp.
Yeah, I got you with the timestamp. Check the comments. So first of all, and here's kind of I have the same problem that you do. The marketing was all but focused around her. And she's quite actually in the game for maybe, depending on how fast you're playing it, like
it's not
an hour at the most.
It's not as egregious as like how Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
No,
it's not that bad, but it's still pretty bad because like you encounter her for the first time like, after you pretty much get through the like introduction of the game.
Well, yeah.
And then after that, you pretty much spend that whole time like just avoiding her and running away from her because she'll kill you. But eventually she turns into a big horrific looking monster and you have to kill her, and that's literally about maybe at the most an hour into the game.
Yeah, which is very weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because like
but
even
Go ahead.
Even Resident Evil Biohazard.
Yeah, 7, bro. I love 7.
Even Biohazard, their marketing was around the family.
Yep.
And the family was
the crux of the game. And also, this is one thing that I kind of have a problem with 8. Biohazard was a lot scarier than Resident Evil 8. And I don't necessarily dislike that, but like for example, when you opened up your inventory screen in Resident Evil 7, it did not pause the game. If there were enemies coming at you, they could attack you and kill you while you were in your item screen combining items to make ammo or health.
One of my problems is I hate it when horror games like go from like, oh man, it's like this really cool close off thing to where you have to fight a big fucking monster and whatnot. It's like I don't like it's right like
I feel like 7 kind of did that.
Yeah,
but
7 definitely.
They did it well.
It's like I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of like the having to fight the big monster at the end. Like even Bendy and the Ink Machine, a movie that I think has so many great cool ideas for characters and great aesthetics. It ultimately again, Bendy turned into a big monster at the end. It's like I hate that in horror games. Like just say what you will about Five Nights at Freddy's, and granted, there's some problems with the whole thing about Scott Cawthon. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did, but I mean he's a creator of the game. It doesn't really say anything. I mean, separate the art from the artist.
It kind of depends for me. It's a personal thing. But even then, it's like like say we will about Five Nights at Freddy's, the gameplay is consistent. Like it is like they change it up a little bit throughout the games, especially with like the more recent ones, like Help Wanted, like the VR one.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like I mean, Resident Evil 7 was fairly consistent. Like the whole thing about the game was that you as Ethan slowly became like stronger.
Or maybe it's not even that. I think maybe it's like maybe it's not even that it got too big. because really only the very end did that. I think maybe my problem with 7 is that the monsters kind of felt like the same monsters over and over again, like the weird.
Well, yeah, I mean that's because they were. That's the whole thing. It was a disease.
I mean, yeah, I know, but I mean, I feel like
fungus.
What I meant, like, is like it.
And they had variation. I mean, the mom turned into a big spider-looking thing.
No, that's great. I mean, like the actual when you have to fight the actual family members, that's great. I'm just talking about like the actual like the whatever.
Oh, the wheelchair lady.
No, not the wheelchair ladies. Like the actual black little big mouth monsters. Like
the enemies. The megamycetes, the funguses,
the fungus creatures, whatever. It felt like they just kind of felt like they were on repeat over and over again. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but that's what they were. They were just basic enemies. Any game needs that.
I mean, it's just a personal thing for me. It's just kind of like, it just stopped being scary.
Even Village has that same thing with the werewolf men, and although I like how they kind of evolve the encounter of monster, or the type of monster that you have to fight depending on the area, because when you go and fight what's his name, you end up fighting these like human
keep in mind I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Again, I'm not even playing the game. I was just watching Markiplier's game through.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
But it's just I just don't.
I see what you're saying.
Be like I just kind of found it weird they marketed the entire thing around the idea that Lady Dimitrescu. Yeah, that she was going to be the villain of the game, and really she's only like the first villain of the game, and
there's like 4 of them.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little bit of a mismarketing on their part.
It was mismarketing, and it's kind of underwhelming too, because like, for all intents and purposes, they blow their load completely with the first monster. Every boss fight after that, except for maybe Heisenberg, is sort of super underwhelming. Especially that ugly fat guy, I forgot his name. And then also the doll lady. You've seen them at least once. He like when Ethan gets like captured or whatever.
Oh wait. I just want to say, like, that's exactly what they did. The whole thing about the sort of subdued monster becoming more of like a big monster you have to fight. Like, that's exactly what they did with Lady Dimitrescu. She turns into that big dragon thing. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm just personally not.
No, that happens with literally all of them.
That's a consistent problem I have with the Resident Evil stuff. But regardless,
no more spoilers. I'm putting this is where the timestamp took you. You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Resident Evil wasn't even a topic on this, and we just spent a lot of time.
Yeah, dude, sorry, it's just because I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you're a gamer. Yeah, but like I said,
you met my friend Justin. He's totally cracked at Fortnite, dog.
Oh my god, I don't think I've ever even played Fortnite. I have Fortnite on my.
No, I've played it. I don't really like that game though. It's not my kind of game.
Although
it's a good game.
Maybe at some point if I ever come over or whatnot, like we try to do like fun like gameplays. Or whatever.
Yeah. But maybe not Fortnite.
I might try Fortnite. I have a controller.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah, but yeah. But regardless, I'm really excited for
Me
Candyman.
too.
I love this trailer.
I like what they're doing with it. And it definitely doesn't feel like a reboot. Like it is obviously retelling you stuff that from
it looks like it's taking in like a new kind of fun direction and whatnot.
Yeah, I think it works because I feel like both fans of the original Candyman movies will be happy with it, and it'll be a good starting point for new fans like myself.
Yes, yeah, I'd be probably because they're a new fan because I've never seen.
Well, yeah, like I said, I've seen the first Candyman movie. I haven't seen any of the other two, and I saw it when I was a literal child.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this, and like I said, Jordan Peele is producing and writing this. Hopefully, it's gonna be more like Get Out and less like. Again, I liked Us, but it's just I didn't like the ending of Us.
That's the thing that I had the biggest problem with, and I think that's probably why I consider Us meh.
I liked Us. There was enough good in there for me to like it, but it was a little bit of a letdown considering how good.
Yeah.
I thought Get Out was.
Yeah, Get Out was perfect.
Yeah, and
I told you the story of how my sister conned me into going to go.
Oh yeah.
See that?
While
I was high as fuck
on weed
from an edible
in a legal state.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
it was freaking.
But it was. If you want the full story, go to the last podcast episode. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
But
are you gonna go see this movie? Yeah, bro.
But also, I should also say, and we have there's another trailer out.
Okay.
For the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I've been hearing some stuff about. I saw the first trailer.
Yeah. Oh, but you didn't see the new trailer.
No.
All right. Well, once again, we will be right back. I'll pause this recording.
Thanks, copyright.
Yeah.
We're back from Copyright Land.
Yeah, we're back from Copyright
I
Land.
enjoyed my visit to Copyright Land. The Suicide Squad looks fucking awesome. Let's
talk about some of the things in this
the first and biggest thing. So my main and most biggest problem with the original Suicide Squad, other than the fucking shit marketing and editing and writing, I really didn't like it. Okay, I really didn't like it. Sorry for anybody who's here who's like, oh yeah, I loved it. I didn't like it.
For me, I thought it was
but
alright. Although
the biggest problem that I had and the biggest plot hole that I thought that existed within the movie was the fact that the entire purpose and essence of the Suicide Squad is that there's supposed to be some kind of response team to the scenario of Superman turning against all of the humans, which, to put it short, Superman would definitely win. He could literally he could just destroy the planet.
Like my thing was why this is one of the reasons why I feel like the Joker should have been the bad guy in Suicide Squad, because here's the thing. My problem, yeah, I exactly agree.
Like, what are those Muppets gonna do about it? What are they gonna do to Superman?
A girl, a dude, who a crocodile dude,
Deadshot. Guess what, bro? He's immune to bullets. He's literally immune to bullets. But now, at the start of the trailer, they have this guy who is in prison for putting Superman in the intensive care unit because this big brain motherfucker shot him with a kryptonite bullet. And of course, if you're gonna sit there and say we're creating a response team to Superman, that's the kind of people you should be putting in it, not whatever they did, the Deadshot and stuff like that.
Like, my thing with Suicide Squad was that, why these guys would do nothing against Superman.
Exactly.
If they were a response team to go after people like the Joker, that would have made sense, because the Joker.
Yeah, maybe if it was because the whole thing that I would understand that would make sense about that is that they probably don't like vigilantes. They probably hate the fact that Batman has to exist because things like the Joker exist. So obviously a logical response to that would be to get your own team of wackos and sick them after the other wackos, except these wackos have bombs in their necks and you can control them because they're government sanctioned.
Going after people that are too dangerous for the cops, but not so dangerous.
Superman.
Not Superman. But this does make sense. Although, granted, I don't know where the fuck he got a kryptonite bullet or where he got kryptonite to begin with.
Lex Luthor, obviously.
They could maybe do. They might. You have a possibility there, but I love how the fact that they just.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
But I do like this. It adds a little bit more. What the I like the idea that he shot. He put Superman in the hospital with a kryptonite bullet. That's, and not only that, you have I definitely gotta remember to put this thing here. One thing I love right here is
King Shark is cute.
Yeah, hold on. I love this. I love this tagline, from the horribly beautiful mind of James Gunn. And here's the thing. Remember, you were talking about the whole thing about
remember when they tried to cancel James Gunn?
Yeah,
remember.
Because basically the whole thing around this is that a bunch of Trumps are, oddly enough, James Gunn's not a fan of Donald Trump.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, and he would criticize Donald Trump on Twitter.
Who is a fan of Donald Trump?
Well, obviously the people who canceled James Gunn, because they didn't like the fact that he trash talked Donald Trump, and so they're like, hey, we're just gonna take the stuff that you said 9 years ago, and that even if you don't agree with what he said, because he made some pedophile jokes back in the day, and it's really, again, it's 9 years ago.
And also it was a joke. I understand, look, not all jokes land, but you're not really going to know that it won't land unless you tell it to a degree. And it's humor. It's a very subjective thing. But there are things that I find funny that Christian might not find funny. There are things that Christian finds funny, like my pain and suffering, that I don't find funny.
When did I ever laugh at your pain and suffering?
All the time. Every time I cry, Christian's just over there laughing until he cries.
Here's a good example. I think Freddy Got Fingered is really funny.
I think the movie is shit. I don't think it's that funny, but
again, that's the thing.
It's an opinion, it's subjective.
But even then, with the whole pedophile jokes thing, my main problem is that that was 9 years ago. It's not like Gina Carano where she's saying
that now,
where she was saying a bunch of shitty things
and anti-Semitic rhetoric now.
Hell, even then, the two are different, because Gina Carano was actually trying to be an asshole.
Yeah, she literally was sitting there comparing Donald Trump supporters and stuff to the victims of the Holocaust. And if anything, I think it would be more accurate to compare Donald Trump and his fan base in general to the perpetrators of the Holocaust, not the victims.
I mean,
some of you out there really are actual fucking Nazis.
I mean, that is the Proud Boys and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
dude,
that's
exactly what I'm talking about.
But again, like I said, my problem is trying to go back like many years ago or whatever, and going back and trying to find something that someone said, even if like they have
I think
changed.
it's despicable, and it's obviously just goes to show you that whoever is saying this stuff and putting it like it's the most obvious way to see when somebody has an agenda. They don't actually care about what they're telling you about. They want what they're telling you to do something for them. And in this case, they wanted it to cancel James Gunn. And
basically what happened was that, because James Gunn, these people called James Gunn out on Twitter. He was fired, not by Marvel, but by, Alan Horn, the guy at the head of Disney Films and whatnot. Alan Horn fired him from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And funny enough, when he was fired, every studio lined up at James Gunn's door with offers, and Warner Brothers specifically said, "We will let you do anything you want. If you want to do Superman, we will let you do that." And he said, "All right, you want to offer me anything? I want to, all right, fine. I want to do Suicide Squad." And that's how, and then ultimately, he got the job to direct and write his own Suicide Squad movie. And not only that, but funny enough, I think Disney had to actually pay James Gunn to fire him because he was under contract. So
severance and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but then later on, James Gunn is now back to directing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, so
it's like he literally just made more money. Congratulations, Disney. You played yourself.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I don't think it's worth it for James Gunn. Not how I describe it. This whole I think he would just prefer.
Oh yeah, no. I think obviously yes that the damage both mentally into his reputation that this has done could not have in any way, shape, or form been worth the payout that he got from the contract break from Disney.
But at the same time,
I do think that maybe without this, he might not have.
He probably would have never been able to do Suicide Squad. And I gotta say, this trailer was so good.
Oh yeah, it was really good. King Shark is so cute.
Yeah, you're obsessed over King Shark right here.
King Shark is so cute.
Guess who voices him?
Who?
Sylvester Stallone.
King Shark is so cute.
Why specifically cute? Oh shit.
Pocket pink.
Oh no.
I think he looks cute.
It's just
I think it's the teeth. His mouth's always open.
He's just like.
Also, he's just always smiling. Look at him, he's so happy.
He's gonna rip. He's been. Although I think in the previous trailer, he ripped people apart and ate them and whatnot.
Yeah. So, what kind of rating is this supposed to be getting?
It's gonna be rated R.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh hell yeah, dude! That is poggers. That is super poggers.
I mean, we'll see how it is when the movie comes out because R rating doesn't always equal quality. But just look at
that's right.
Hellboy.
But dude, the newest one.
Yeah.
The Guillermo del those were actually pretty good. I don't know if you've seen them.
I mean, you put the first one. You're your top 10 comic book movies. Yeah. I don't know how much your list has changed now.
It's probably. I'd need to remake it honestly, but I'd still probably put
Hellboy
on
Letterboxd.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'd still probably put Hellboy on there. It's part of it is I didn't grow up. They weren't my entire childhood, but those were coming out when I was growing up, and I liked watching them. But
that new Hellboy that came out a couple years ago,
it was so crap. It was so crap. It was so. I actually caught it on TV the other day.
HBO.
Yeah, I caught it on TV the other day because I was chilling at my parents' house, and my mom just had the TV on, and it came on, and I was like, I'll check this out. Let's see. I'll give it a rewatch, and yeah, it's just as bad as I remember it being.
It's the prime example of trying to force in an R rating when because there's just so much unnecessary
swearing and gore and dude,
it just got annoying.
It's to the point where every time Hellboy opens his mouth, he's gonna say fuck, shit, or something, and it makes him sound like a teenager that just learned how to swear.
I could think of maybe a couple of good things. I didn't think the actors were bad. I thought the makeup on Hellboy himself looked really good, but it's just
I did too, but I also don't like how he was designed. He looked like
I mean, I feel like they're trying to make it a little bit like, I don't know. I think with Ron Perlman,
He
it's
looked like Hellboy with a meth addiction.
I mean, to be fair, he's a demon from hell, so it's like he's gonna look fucked up regardless.
Yeah, but I mean, he was way too thin.
I don't know. I like I really like the makeup for that. That's probably which I mean. Like I said, the acting and the makeup is probably, and even the effects weren't the worst. They were decent, but I mean, but regardless, I hated that Hellboy movie. I'm hoping this is like a quality kind of R rating, like Superbad or whatever.
Yeah.
And not like trying to force an R rating like Hellboy or even Sausage Party.
Dude, Sausage Party. That was a joke.
But I will say, again, this cast is gigantic. Like let me.
Yeah,
look
they got Peter Capaldi from what I saw in there. Pete Davidson.
Yeah, they got
Idris Elba.
John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. Who's that? That Spots guy. I recognize him.
That's Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, Polka Dot Man. I've seen that actor in other things.
I don't know. Like, hold on. Let me get this because maybe
Here, Google who Polka Dot Man is being played.
Hold on. Let me just get to the.
Oh, the history. You're showing me your history.
Oh, that's not history. That's bookmarks.
Oh.
Yeah. Where is it? Let's see. Where is the? Oh yeah, there's the Suicide Squad. Like there's
You need to get yourself like one of those little wireless keyboards.
I maybe one of these days. Like the thing is, like my keyboard can technically reach all the way over here. It's just like I don't have enough USB ports.
Oh.
Yeah. But let's see. Let me try to find this thing right here. Yeah. This is. Hold on. Let me bring this over here so you guys can see it. This is the cast that they have: Margot Robbie, of course, Idris Elba, John Cena, Joel Kinnaman, Jai Courtney, Peter Capaldi, David Dastmalchian, or whatever I can't. Daniela Melchior, Michael Rooker's in this.
Wow.
Alice Braga, Pete Davidson, Nathan Fillion, Sean Gunn, he's playing Weasel. Flula Borg, Mailing NG, Sylvester Stallone, and Viola Davis. Yeah. But I gotta say, like, this is... I gotta say, I love the fact that they got Polka Dot Man in this. Like, when they announced that Polka Dot Man was gonna be in the Suicide Squad, I was like, oh, only James Gunn can do that. Like, the fact that they actually got fucking Polka Dot Man in this, I thought was so hilarious. I don't know who the fuck Flula Borg is playing. It's like most of these I've never even heard of, almost like nearly.
Yeah, Kurt from Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's who I recognize.
Wait a minute.
Polka Dot Man.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Was he like one of the shooters in like in the Dark Knight where he was like
yes,
yes, yeah,
yes.
One who had the Rachel Dawes badge.
Yes,
I think he's the same guy. Like
David Dastmalchian.
Yeah, like see, he is the same guy.
The Dark Knight, yeah, Thomas Schiff.
Yeah, now I remember. He's the guy in the Dark Knight, who had the Rachel Dawes badge.
Yep.
He's like with his weird fucking bulgy eyes.
Dude, he fucking killed it in that. Yeah,
he didn't have a lot of screen time.
But it was memorable.
Yeah, man, I knew that face looked familiar.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, who is that? I've seen him before.
And now he's fucking playing Polka Dot Man.
It's come full circle.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, because this is also a DC movie.
Yeah,
man, I know I keep talking about. Also, I love how
this looks awesome. This looks awesome.
Although here's the funny thing, Idris Elba was reportedly originally going to play Deadshot, but then suddenly not anymore. They decided he was going to play a different character, which makes me hope Will Smith could come back to this franchise one day. Because out of all the characters in Suicide Squad, I thought his was the most developed.
I have to disagree with that. I kind of hope they leave him out of it.
Oh, I think Will Smith is cool.
Will Smith is cool, but that's the whole problem. He's Will Smith. He didn't play Deadshot. He just played Will Smith.
To be fair, I feel like that's why you get Will Smith. It's not like with Dwayne Johnson. You get Dwayne Johnson because he's Dwayne Johnson.
But if that's what you're gonna do, then don't don't make them play an established character. That's just, I
mean,
disagree.
fair,
I have to disagree. I don't think he did a good job.
I don't know. Like even then, like I don't think many people even really know who Deadshot is. Like he's kind of like one of those niche characters.
No, he's not. That's not true.
I mean,
if you read comics, you're gonna know who he is.
I mean, yeah. If that's the thing. If you read comics, maybe, but it's like the general movie-going audience, they don't know anything about Deadshot.
I mean, that's the thing. It's not just comics. Also, if you play video games, those are two.
I mean, but again,
very big things that a lot of people do.
I mean, again, like this is a safe. Remember, this is a safe space to talk about these things. So it's like, yeah, but it's like I don't know. I did really like Will Smith as Deadshot, and I hope.
I disagree. Didn't think he was that good.
But I will say I do like how they got Weasel here. I'm willing to bet Weasel is. I still think we're gonna see his dick. I still think he's like Weasel's gonna have this little dick flopping around.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yeah. Apparently, one of the other taglines for this movie is don't get too attached. Meaning, a lot of these characters are gonna die. Who do you think is gonna die among these characters?
Polka Dot Man.
No, I think he's gonna be the big hero at the end.
Maybe. I think he's gonna have like a moment where you think that's gonna happen, and he's just gonna get obliterated. I think
Pete Davidson.
I think
and
the
Nathan.
Weasel and Pete Davidson as well. John Cena.
I think they're doing a Peacemaker. Like his name is Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I think they're doing a Peacemaker series. Although maybe it's a prequel.
It could be.
I think probably
those are just my predictions.
I think probably other than Harley, they're gonna keep Harley Quinn alive because
I hope they keep King Shark.
Yeah, I think the weirdest characters are going to be the ones who end up surviving. Like, I think Weasel's going to live. I think Polka Dot Man's going to live. I think people like Pete Davidson and Nathan Fillion and
maybe even Captain Boomerang.
I think he might live. I think he might. Maybe. I think, like I said, I think the three that are easily going to die are Flula Borg, Nathan Fillion, and Pete Davidson. They're gone. I really think they're going to keep. I think James Gunn's going to keep fucking Weasel alive. I think Weasel is even played by his brother Sean Gunn.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's just this movie looks wacky and insane, and I'm really looking forward to also. Taika Waititi's in this movie too.
Oh.
And people are thinking that he's gonna be. People are suggesting that he might play. Where is he? Like where is this man? Where is the funny man? You see this big starfish? People are saying that this is probably gonna be the character Starro, some character named Starro, who in the comics was like this big starfish villain alien. And people are suggesting that Starro's going. It's never been announced, but people are saying that Taika Waititi is voicing Starro.
Yeah.
The giant starfish thing. Which, man, this movie like I said, this movie just looks insane. It looks funny. It looks ridiculous, and this looks like the perfect movie for James Gunn to direct. But yeah. Anyways, I think another movie that's coming out that I'm really excited for is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is Marvel's next film after Black Widow.
Why can't you have 11 rings, though?
Because it's not an even number.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. But I think, I don't know, do we need to pause this to watch the trailer?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Oops. We will be right back. And that was the trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
It looks pretty cool. It looks like Fing Fang Foom might be in it if that's what that water dragon thing was.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the comics, obviously, but I will say, the action looks amazing.
Oh, yeah, the action looks super tight. I really like the fight choreography that I saw. The VFX also looks super good.
Yeah, like especially
that thing,
like,
yeah.
Like this whole thing, but also where is it? Oh yeah, where is that weird monster thing?
Keep going. It's in the water.
Oh no, I was talking about this thing. I don't know what the hell that is.
Me neither. Maybe a manticore or something.
Oops! Don't want to get
copyright, dude. You took me to copyright land for a reason.
I don't want to go to copyright land. But yeah, this is Oh wait. Oh shit. yeah, this is some sort of weird water dragon or something.
Yeah, I think it might be Thing Fang Foom.
I mean, people have been theorizing that. I don't know anything about Fing Fang Foom other than he has 3 names that start with F,
Yeah.
and he's a dragon.
Yeah.
At least that's only because of this trailer, even though they don't say his name in this. But also, notice this little thing right here.
What is that?
That's
That's the Abomination,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk, and that's Wong from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And apparently, and Kevin Feige actually did confirm that. We're getting... Okay, we knew the Abomination was coming back for the She-Hulk series. I didn't think they were bringing him back for Shang-Chi.
Could you imagine a universe where Edward Norton kept playing the Hulk?
And or if he just randomly came back as the Hulk now, even after the whole thing with Mark Ruffalo. It's like, wait...
Dude, hang on. How different would the Avengers be if Edward Norton was in New York with
I don't know. I don't know how... I don't know how different that would be, because, I don't know. It's like...
I like Mark Ruffalo. I think he did a great job.
I thought Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo were both great, although it's hard to really, judge, because, we've had so much more
Mark Ruffalo, yeah, and Edward Norton only... But, yeah, Edward Norton only got one.
Yeah, it's like we have so much depth with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, and gotten so used to him, but and I remember, and I actually rewatched the Incredible Hulk last year. It's pretty decent. It's probably on my lower of the MCU, but it's still pretty decent. But I'm surprised that they're the fact they're actually bringing back the Abomination is pretty neat. And
what did you think about Eric Bana's Hulk?
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. I don't think he was bad. The movie I thought was terrible.
Oh, yeah, the movie is fucking garbage.
It's so bad.
Did you ever notice that there was a cameo in that movie with, I think it was both Stan Lee
and Lou
Ferrigno were in one shot where Lou
Ferrigno
was a cop.
It was just kind of a cameo.
Yeah,
it's like in every Marvel movie.
I thought it was funny. That specific one, but that movie was pretty bad.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing about the movie. When it comes to the CGI of the Hulk in that movie, they got most things right about the CGI except for one thing. He's way too green.
Oh yeah, he's super green. Yeah,
he's way overly saturated green, which because everything else about him is really well done, the modeling, the shading and everything. But it's just it's sort of and oddly enough, the Incredible Hulk I thought had the exact opposite issues.
Yeah,
where
it wasn't green enough. Yeah.
No. I mean, I thought the green on him was good. It's just the modeling just looked all weird and stringy.
Yeah.
It's just But then we got Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, and that was as perfect as you could get with the Hulk, and especially with the newest one, Smart Hulk, that looked amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on this trailer overall? Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks like it's going to be really good. Like I said, the fighting was really enjoyable to watch. The story itself seems very interesting. Sort of how the bad guy in this seems like it's going to be his dad.
Oh, I forgot to mention something. In this movie, the real Mandarin is probably going to be in it.
Yeah. You told me that. I think if it wasn't last podcast, it might have been the one before that. But we were talking about how they were going to be putting the real Mandarin in one of these. And I don't remember if you told me it was Shang-Chi or not.
Yeah, it was going to be. I think it's pronounced Shang-Chi, like Shang, with as if it were an O.
That's okay. I don't speak Mandarin.
I mean, I don't either. It's just I was just going off how it was said to be pronounced. I think the star Simu Liu, he's the one playing Shang-Chi, and he actually said on Twitter, this is how you pronounce the characters.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna get it wrong anyways. I'll just get it wrong.
You're culturally appropriating.
No,
dude.
I'm not.
It was a joke.
No, it's not.
Oh no.
You're gonna cry now.
It's okay. Will Smith is here to comfort you. He protect, but he also attack. But most importantly, he'll have your back,
dude. He will.
Yeah.
Where would I be without Will Smith, Genie? Bankrupt, in debt.
I would be
dead.
Life wouldn't be worth it.
He delivered me in the hospital room when I was born.
Oh dang! He cut me out when I was a C-section baby.
Yeah, me too. I was both. They had to do both.
Oh yeah,
I'm kidding.
What? Yeah, Alec.
I'm kidding.
Oh wait, you weren't a
C-section.
You weren't a C-section. Oh,
no,
I actually
slid out the old-fashioned way.
Oh, I was a C-section baby because I was too fat.
Yeah, I was born premature. I was probably a lot smaller than they were expecting when I decided to come out. But yeah, I was supposed to be born in, I think, March, and then I was like, nah, December is basically March. Let's get out of here.
Oh dang. But yeah, it's Yeah, like I said, I am looking very much forward.
Me too.
To this movie. I wonder how much this scene is going to have a play in the movie. Like I don't know if Abomination is going to be that much of part of the movie, but then I don't know. It's Marvel. They could do.
Well, it's like a Chekhov's gun thing, isn't it? I mean, if they're not going to use it, they wouldn't have shown it.
I mean, yeah, it's just like, yeah, I'm. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm wondering how Wong fits into all this. Like Doctor Strange, like because this.
Oh, you know those freaking
Wizards.
Shambhala maniacs, bro. They just go wherever they want, whenever they want.
Oh, the little Doctor.
They got the little portal.
Yeah, the little funny,
You know?
the funny
little
wizards.
spinny thing.
They're little funny wizard
They
guys.
do the.
But no, actually, more to think about, Doctor Strange has so much to do with this, with like the MCU, especially now, because WandaVision leads directly into Doctor Strange 2, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, well, it makes sense if you think about it. He's kind of like the custodian of the multiverse, isn't it?
If he's not already, he's going to become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's basically the custodian of the multiverse.
Yeah, like this is going to be probably this might end up being the weirdest phase in the MCU yet, considering how everything just there's the characters here. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, regardless, I'm looking forward to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. He looks fun. I'm looking forward to, all these fun things. There's a fun little dragon. He's like, peekaboo, I can see you in the water.
You can't hide from me here. I can swim.
He's like, why are you in the water? People aren't supposed to be in the water.
And he's like, you don't have gills. I have gills. Wait, you think he has gills, or can he just breathe the water?
I don't know.
Do dragons even need to breathe?
It depends on what dragon, because I think
Oh yeah, they breathe fire, isn't it?
Well, no, they don't
And
breathe fire.
stuff.
No, they don't breathe fire. They could just like.
No, I know, but you know.
But even then, that
You gotta
depends
blow
on.
it.
But again, it depends on what dragon mythology you use. Like some dragons do ice. Something. Then again, dragons are mythical creatures, so you can make them do whatever the hell you want them to. So it's like.
And then, like, if it's an undead dragon, then no, it doesn't need to breathe because it already died, and now it's a zombie.
Oh my god, zombie dragon. That is funny.
Just ask Skyrim about that. Bro.
I don't know anything about Skyrim, so
It's an alright game.
yeah.
If you mod it to death.
Oh boy, and yeah, in a weird transition, another trailer we got is Clifford the Big Red Dog. I think we'll probably have to go.
Clifford. We're gonna have to go take a trip to Copyright Land.
We're gonna copy.
I can't wait. I got my fast pass. Let's get in there.
Yeah.
We're back from Copyright Land.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. I think I don't know how to describe it.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that impressed over
Me
this
neither.
trailer.
I didn't. Something about the CG on the dog.
Okay, no, I have some thoughts about that, but I don't even think it's really the CGI.
Mm-hmm.
But here's, it's kind of confirmed although it doesn't look as bad, it kind of confirmed a little bit of my fears over the fact that this is being directed by the same dude who directed Alvin and the Chipmunks: The Road Chip.
Oh Lord!
And he also directed Wild Hogs, which you said you hated.
Yeah, that's why it looks so freaking stupid, and that's why all the scenes gave me diabetes.
It didn't look like I don't know. You looked like you were enjoying parts of the trailer.
Parts of it made me laugh, sure, but like the ball thing was dumb. The freaking scene where she cried on the dog was
like this.
And I also really don't like that shot. I don't like anything about that shot at all. That right there, I think it's because of the blur on the whatever, but
it looks too magical.
I don't like that shot.
It looks too unnecessarily magical. Mm-hmm. But it's also
that's New York, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that is New York. Like that's maybe.
Yeah, it's New York.
Yeah, it just tries to be all like this all cheesy. This looks like stock footage actually.
Yeah, that's the one thing. But yeah, I'm not too excited for this. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like it looks too magical. Like how you see Emily Elizabeth being kind of bullied in school and whatnot, and she finds a dog to love, but then like there's this really dumb thing where like hold on, I'm gonna turn off there's like this weird. This little magical tear.
I didn't like that.
Okay, for one, the tear did not look good at all.
No, it literally looked like she was peeing out of her eye.
No, but pee doesn't even glow. That's the thing.
It does when you have extreme radiation poisoning.
What the fuck? But it's like, how I describe it? It just kind of looks. It doesn't even look that awful. It just looks kind of generic.
It looks like she's sneezing fairy dust on him.
But it's like, also, how did she not see the
how did the dog not crush her to death?
Unless it's supposed to be like his ear or something, and like maybe I don't know.
Or even then, he had to get to that side. He was sleeping on her chest, dog. He was literally sleep. His whole body was on her chest. He had to get to that size in his sleep. She would have been dead under the too heavy. Oh, I'm just gonna write too heavy. Freaking dog.
How do I describe it? It's like, I will say the dog itself does not look bad. It looks like, but here's what my problem is. When it comes to some of the I think my biggest problem comes with this this part right here. That this is probably the big problem here. And I'll explain after.
How do you get in there?
Yeah, there's a bunch of questions that raise. For one, how is the dog able to
How does he know? How does he know to sit
yeah,
on the?
how does he know to get on there? But not even that. It's just
How did he get in there?
He looks like
How
did he get on there? But also, it's like. So everyone
it kind of provides it doesn't do a good job of providing a sense of scale, right? Because they keep changing the sizes of spaces that he's in. Like, it's fine when he's outside, but then how does he get into their house? How did he?
Well, it does explain how he gets out of the house.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
but how did he get in here? Because the clearance of that doorway, there is no way in hell that he's getting through that.
This okay, I actually said this on Facebook. There's a few problems with this is hold on, let me show you this part right here. This is the biggest problem here. It's not even the dog itself, but it's like this director. I said this in Facebook. This is basically what I'm quoting. This director obviously has no idea how to shoot a big VFX project like Clifford. Notice how right here he barely interacts with the environment right here.
No, yeah, he really doesn't even affect it. Like, if he would have jumped in the building, that would have shaken the foundation.
No, it's not even like when he jumps off of the scale in the veterinarian's office. Let me just go on here. Yeah. When he jumps off of the scale in the veterinarian's office, the actors barely move out of the way. When you see this dog probably weighs like a ton or two.
Yeah, dude, that's
if
what
he's
not even
barely
that, but
towards
the floor would shake, and that would move, that would unsettle them.
Yeah, the floor would shake. They would probably actually they wouldn't even just
that little girl. See, look at how close she is to him. Look, she barely moves. She literally doesn't move.
Yeah,
look at that. She steps back way after the fact.
They would probably if that were to actually happen.
Dude, I would jump.
You probably trip on your back.
Yeah, I would jump and fall and look like an idiot.
And even Keaton Thompson barely moves out of the way, even though he could easily get on. Even Keaton Thompson doesn't even move.
But yeah, and look at the little girl, dude. She's literally just standing. She starts just nonchalantly backing away, and she actually even, if you go back to that, she starts doing it before he even jumps.
Yeah, they're not even looking at him. They're looking at the scale.
Yeah, because it's bad. It's not good direction. They're probably not being told.
The guy thought, okay, we'll just have the computers do everything. Which, yeah, the CGI isn't that bad. It's just
right, but you have to give your actors a point of reference.
Yeah,
that's not what he's doing. Sorry, I'll let you keep reading this.
Yeah, let me keep reading it. It says, notice, when he jumps off the scale in veterinarian's office, the actors barely move out of his way. He doesn't shake the floor. He doesn't even do anything like bump his head on the ceiling. Hell, he's not even casting a shadow on the actors.
Yeah, I know.
It's not even that and I said this is not even that. It's not even that this is rushed. This was supposed to come out in 2020. They had the director had plenty of time to do this. The problem is that this director clearly thought, the VFX team will do all the magic for me. When it's clear he didn't do some of the basic things to help sell the effect, which were, number one, the actors need to look invested in the scene. Notice how Keaton Thompson. This is his reaction to seeing a big dog. Yeah, it's like wow, that's a big dog up there, and it's not that it's if you saw a dog like that, you'd be like, what the granted, you probably can't curse in kids, but it's like what
the heck? Why is it like that? What did you do to it?
Yeah, it would be like.
Did your dog just get back from Chernobyl?
Here's a good example of great acting to something that's not really there, because everyone praises Jurassic Park for practical effects, but there was still a ton of CGI in that film, and the best example of this.
The raptors.
No, it's not even that. It's I'm going to talk about a scene that happens in Jurassic Park where there's no practical effects and it's just CGI, but yet the acting still works. And it was when the characters first see the Brachiosaurus.
Oh yeah,
But when Alan Grant sees that, his eyes are just bulging out of his skull and
up. They're up. He's not just looking level.
He's looking up and I can't even replicate the face, but he's reaching up for his sunglasses,
in awe.
and he's shaking. He cannot believe what he's seeing, And like the actors here, they
really barely even care about the big dog.
And again, like I said, they don't. When he moves, when this dog that weighs a ton or two is coming at them, they barely move out of the way.
Can you maybe bring it back to when they first bring him outside and then that dude crashes his bike?
Yeah, hold on. Now I will say, I'm gonna try not to do too much here, but it's like, here's that's some good interaction there.
Yeah, because he's looking at it. Yep.
Yeah, he's moving around and whatnot. Like, yeah, that does look good. I thought that looked pretty good. Yeah, see, the doors actually do. Oh, damn it! I forgot.
Have the clearance.
I forgot. I didn't even.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, basically, let me just briefly go back here. See, this is some good environmental work here. Like, he's actually moving the environment. He's actually moving. Yeah, the house isn't shaking, but even then, he's not doing that many movements that would require the house to shake. But
right, he's still not jumping.
But he's still moving around. He's still moving around. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. But like, I'm willing. Also, I'm willing to bet this guy right here. This guy right here is gonna be the bad guy. I know for like that's Tony Hale.
Yeah, he looks too much like Kevin Spacey to not be the bad guy.
Yeah, oh god. But you know he's gonna be like, I want that dog. Like,
I want that dog for labor, and I want to make a coat out of him,
or something like that. But yeah, like, yeah. This just looks way too hokey. Like the way he's acting, and the actors need to be able to.
They need to have a point of reference.
Not even point of reference, because again, like I don't know what Sam Neill or Laura Dern could have reacted to in that scene in Jurassic Park, but basically just direct your actors better and direct them more accurately to them seeing a giant dog.
Yeah.
And like I said, when this dog just jumps, when this dog jumps like right in front of him, he weighs probably 1 or 2 tons, and they barely move out of the way. Hell, Keaton Thompson didn't even move. He did not even. Did he? Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, he just went. Yeah, he just went kind of like.
You can also notice that the child does like a spring back before the dog even fully jumps, and then just starts walking away.
Yeah, it's again. Whereas these guys would probably be tripping on themselves, and I don't even know why Keaton Thompson is barely moving, because the dog's head could have easily smacked him
to death.
And like I said, Clifford isn't his head isn't bumping. If his head was like bumping the ceiling, maybe took out a light, it would help.
It breaks immersion, because like instead of like looking at it and being, all right, yeah, I could believe that's a big dog. No, you look at it like the director's looking at it. Oh, it's just a computer thing in this.
But it's not even just that. It's also the way the camera is set up.
Yeah,
this camera
it's too tight of a shot.
No, it's not even too tight. It's like. It doesn't move. It's so lifeless.
Yeah,
it's just
fixed.
Like,
yeah.
It's so fixed, and just like it's the same problem I was talking about. Like when I was saying, one of the reasons why I think you can't just do a green screen dog, because in order for that to work, the camera would have to stay still, and that's just going to be boring to look at. Whereas with this, even though they have a CGI dog and they can control whatever it does, the director just still decided, I'm just going to lock down the camera and just not really have it move a whole lot. Whereas with some other parts in the trailer, again. Let me get back to this part right here, because again, I thought it was very well executed, this scene. The camera's moving around. It's like you're not too focused on the dog. And again, once again, right here, the camera's kind of locked off, and it's just kind of boring to look at. And of course, let's talk about this scene right here. Wait a minute. Watch this truck.
It doesn't even bounce.
It doesn't bounce.
The suspension just doesn't give a shit. It's like,
yeah.
Literally a dog the weight of a car inside of me. I sleep.
A human being would make it move a little bit. Dude,
yeah, that truck, I told you, I drove a truck down here. When I had to go in it to get boxes out of it, the suspension would react to me walking inside and jumping off of the back of the truck. It doesn't.
Especially if you had like a dog that weighs like a ton or two.
Literally as much as a car.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying that the truck may not have, held him. I mean, I don't know. No. But even then, it would
react. It would react, and it didn't react at all.
Yeah, there's like nothing there. It's just
it didn't react at all. He doesn't affect the environment.
Because again, look at the way the CGI of itself is not bad.
Right,
he's
but
lit and modeled.
Yeah,
there's just no interaction.
That truck should have been moving through every single.
Also, the contact shadows on here, I will say, are kind of weird. Like,
yeah, they're not good. They kind of make him look like he's floating.
yeah, granted, this is the trailer, so maybe it'll look better in the movie, but it's just like, there needs to be more real world. Also, the physics are just kind of weird for that. Like, it's just like the way he's just kind of like boing. Like,
also, he doesn't cast a shadow on the ball. When he's carrying it.
Yeah, it's kind of, wait.
He doesn't cast a shadow on it at all.
Granted, I don't know what it's a bit of a double-edged sword for me, because, like, yeah, you're not, like, I don't know, it's also kind of clear and transparent.
I mean, yeah, but the sun looks like it's above and behind him. That would still leave a... It doesn't even... Like, look at the ground in front of it. There's no shadow there either. It's not right.
It's like... I feel like again, maybe, like, for some of this, they could probably fix it, but it's just like... It's just some of those main issues. Like I said, the actors need to look actually invested in the scene, as if they were
and he needs to affect the environment, which he doesn't do.
Yeah, he needs to affect the environment, and don't lock off the camera and just be like, okay, yeah, just like even if it's just like a subtle pan or whatnot,
right?
Do something innovative. Just do something fun.
Follow
with the
the dog, or who knows? But just deleting it there, yeah, it's boring.
Yeah, even the T-Rex breakout in Jurassic Park, the camera still kind of moved a little bit, but there was also some mood going on there. It's just not. Just don't do a flat shot like that. Like, either do something creative with the lighting, do something creative with the environment or the camera lock or something or other. Just don't have boring static shots and whatnot. It's just, again, like, it's like I said, I don't think it's bad CGI that's the problem. It's the problem is bad planning with the directing. Like, with the director, just assuming that that it's just going to look good in any case. And I think probably our final topic today is talking. I didn't tell you about this, but apparently there's this new series coming to Disney Plus called Star Wars Visions.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and
we going to copyright land?
Yeah, we're going to copyright land, everybody. Whee! And we're back from copyright land, watching the not even really a trailer, sort of special look.
Like, it looks neat.
Basically, if you don't know what Star Wars Visions is, it's an anthology Star Wars anime series.
It's Star Wars for weebs.
Yeah, Star Wars for weebs, exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, I say that with as much love as I can because I myself am also a weeb. I like anime.
I wouldn't consider myself a weeb, although there are some animes that I do like.
If you've never seen Cowboy Bebop, you got to check that out.
I've never seen
It's the best anime. What I consider to be my favorite anime of all time.
When I was a kid, most of the anime I saw was like Pokemon, the first few seasons, and like Dinosaur King. But it's like there are some animes I've seen. Like I really like the first season of Attack on Titan. I saw the season 1 of One Punch Man, which
One Punch Man's awesome. That stuff hits.
But I gotta say,
I'm really interested in this.
This looks so unique to anything Star Wars has done so far. Like, obviously, there were some anime influences in, like, the Clone Wars micro-series that Getting Tartakovsky did. This is just going straight up anime, all the way to,
katana lightsabers.
All the way to furries.
Yeah, that's the one thing that didn't really hit with me.
I mean, it's not. I will say, like, in this thing's defense, it's not, like, totally out of the realm of Star Wars. I mean... And this could happen in Star Wars, I guess, but it was kind of funny.
I thought it was kind of dumb, but I guess we'll see what they do with it.
I mean, come on, don't you love your rabbit
No.
Girls? Your rabbit?
I'm not really a cat girl guy.
Oh, boy. I'm not either. I was just trying, but it's like, I swear I'm not a rabbit.
I swear I'm not a furry.
No. I'm not a furry.
No. Just don't open my browser history. It's okay.
No. Like, if you call me a furry, I will have to tell my dad who works for microphone. For Microsoft.
Yeah, he'll hack your washing machine, bro.
But yeah, like...
it looks interesting. I like what they're doing with this.
Also, I love how,
like... katana lightsabers, bro, yeah.
That looks really cool. It's just like, man, like, this is just so different from anything Star Wars has done. Also, funny enough, I just realized, speaking of Star Wars, we were talking about this before. We were also talking about this, before I started the podcast, but it's like... Yeah, it's like, this looks... Yeah, I also got this little lightsaber from Facebook. I could just, like, bonk, bonk.
I'm immune.
Hold on. Ah, dang it. This thing could actually, like... Dang.
You And you have to press the button on it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you can use it as a blaster or to deflect blaster bolts.
yeah. Ah, oh,
Sorry.
that's fine.
What happens if you hold it though? You said.
One blink,
Oh,
press it again.
Unlimited power.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Also, if you, like I said, if you hold this down twice, see, 1, 2, you can also change the colors of this.
That's
piss. That's piss yellow.
Piss yellow. Yeah, hang on. Obi-Wan has taught you well,
Hold on, let me.
but you are not a Jedi yet.
There we go. Now it's back to. But Vader, what are we gonna do, Master Skywalker?
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh man, I just had a dark joke. I'm just not good. Yeah, I'm not good. But yeah. I thought this is pretty cool. You said you have a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. It could be for videos and whatnot.
Yeah. Mine's not as cool because it doesn't make noise, but.
The war is over.
That just turns it off.
Wow. I didn't know it said things.
Yeah, it does. Like, it could say more things, although I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, this is like only like $95 on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I haven't it said that you can like duel this and whatnot, but I'm just kind of scared on how much it can take. Like,
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't like freaking baseball swing at people, it should be all right. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to what they do. Also, if you notice, this thing is actually metal. Like the hilt is metal, but and it just you can just charge it. It doesn't even require batteries. It just charges.
It's neat. It's
Yeah.
super neat. Definitely better than the little lightsaber toys I had when I was a child. Those did run on batteries.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I am looking really forward. Let's see if this is actually. Yeah, I am really looking forward to Star Wars. What was it? Star Wars Visions.
Visions, yeah.
Because this looks again. It looks so different. Wait,
That's Boba Fett.
is Boba Fett?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett's actually going to be in this?
Might.
I mean, he is going to get his own series.
He's a bounty hunter, isn't it?
No, yeah, no. I mean, like he's actually going to be getting his own series on.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Book of Boba Fett coming like this December or something.
Oh yeah, they also have an actual book. The bounty hunters. There's this little book that you can buy. There's a Sith one, a Jedi one, and then a bounty hunters one, and it's written from the point of view of Boba Fett. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's the rabbit girl again.
It's for those furries out there.
Oh boy, but
You gotta get to Yiffin.
oh god, I don't even know what that. I don't even want to know.
Yiffin is a furry slang term.
No, I think I know what that is. I don't
for-
want. I don't. You fucking.
Yeah.
And this is actually being produced by like actual anime studios. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
that's why it's anime. That's what I was
I
concerned
feel
about
like-
because he like when it first started playing the thing, he called it anime, and he was like inspired by Japanese whatever. It's anime, and I was like,
I
hang on.
I kind of view anime as a style. Really,
It
more than
is a
anything.
style, but like
Even then, like anime is only like it's only
it
Japanese.
literally only comes out of Japan. Like if it's not Japanese and it's really, I don't think you can really say that it's anime.
I disagree.
All
But
right, well name one non-Japanese anime.
Avatar.
That's not an anime. It's a cartoon. The people that made it came out and said that it's not anime.
Star Wars.
Star Wars is an anime.
Now it is.
It's from Japan. Everybody in there was speaking Japanese.
I mean, I know. It's like
So, like,
I didn't have a point. I was just randomly saying Star Wars. I was just like, well, I will say this. That actually is a really cool shot. Like,
yeah,
I'm just
this whole thing looks super interesting.
yeah. Look at me trying to avoid confrontations and problems. But yeah, you know,
You're just mad because I'm right.
I'm just like, but yeah, that is Star Wars Visions, and you know, if you
know what I had a vision about?
What?
ChristianHannah.com.
Oh my!
It spoke to me in my dreams, just like it can speak to you while you're awake.
Oh my god!
Click on the YouTube link.
Yeah, click on the YouTube link. I'll take you to my YouTube channel where you can hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that comment comment.
Feed us with the Patreon link.
Yeah, go to the Patreon link, and you can go here and select a membership level of $3 a month, which can get you a bunch of Patreon exclusive.
And we're always looking for more suggestions. So if there's anything you guys think would be cool to see, in these, leave a comment.
I still think we should try to do like audio commentaries of movies and whatnot. Like
yeah.
Like I gotta show you Supergirl. Like how
dude, I've been
Yeah, we gotta schedule that for maybe sometime this week or something.
Sure, yeah, I'll be free.
Yeah, although I will say I'm gonna be working up to 12 a.m. on Tuesday and Wednesday
Yikes.
Yeah, but that's because I'm taking Thursday off so I can see Black Widow on Thursday.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, but there's that. Also,
Twitter.
Oh yeah, I have my Twitter. Oh, but that's not. I forgot. Like I meant to click the merch button. Yeah, click the merch button. You can have all these cool things from the Christians Reviews. Site. We have
Pride merch.
Pride merch. We have Make America Cringe Again merch. We have hoodies. We have pillows. We have pants. We have socks and whatnot. We have stickers. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm yawning already, and I have to work in like less than 30 minutes. But yeah,
Yikes.
we also have a bunch of merch over there and whatnot. We kind of showed it to you already.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have a letterbox, which I'm still really waiting for you to make that letterbox because I want to follow you on.
Yeah. No, I know I keep saying that I'm gonna do it, but I'm really gonna do it this time. I mean it.
Yeah, because it is really fun. I also, in fact, another recent addition I made to this is that I finally watched The Godfather Part 2.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
I really like the first Godfather, although I thought Godfather Part 2 was even better in my opinion. I love how like it would go back and to young Vito Corleone and It is phenomenal. It's a pretty great movie. We also have TED Talk. We also have TED Talk and subreddit and whatnot. But that's we did a lot on this episode of the Hannahcast and whatnot.
Sure did.
Yeah, luckily you're back, and we also have some other plans for like entertainment wise and whatnot. So I think that about does it for the Hannahcast, everybody. Bye.
Bye.